the citizen's power. Citizen TV, 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 the citizen's power.
Aduane ni ho bepo bene ayigwe wotu hey engrofo we mu de nkomo ba mu de nkomo akufo ado no maka ni se bon samodomo no wadi so ma 8 years a fa de wanya no ko din boko na de ko no agya ba omi life amano because akufo ado ba bia wadui obi ayo hwe enye ye sabita frache papa penu say why na betumi atre ne nsa won so yes wadi bone de obi e de na obi be ye onkrofo ka ho no de ene ye no mbe ye bi papa omo no ye age mate no ye no mbe fe so papa power sesa ye no mbe ye no basa pa ye ne de correct one obi am fancy ye no mbe ye ne tantan but akufo Rebecca de na be no maame panimu ntumi nya hwe tumu de jai na mun kotram ba bi na mun nimu ade ni e baba baka awudie ekroma hey ye ni won mo dware funu ye ni won mo dware furu anajo kobusa ba omi ane na yere samira ye ni won mo dware funu efunu omo de yi kiso ba edware funu efunu o de say more nyana se koku jijim ko bad waters mu a asema betum okroma no Kwame moro akwaba
yenya baba
moro ntie den
kwabra unze yase film bebri but se nipa otini ni di ekun animu a unya good result na obonefo di kun animu a enya dia bibi papa bia be free mu aba kwabna uhweket since ni 4 years e buy wotwemu no.
Okay, so hold on. Tabas Moro, a sports journalist, a very good friend. He has been in the media circles for quite a long time. Michiano, Senpai FM, right?
Maybe share Love FM.
Love FM in Kumasi. Hey, Moro.
That now use your walking stick. Yes, that now. Over now. Apuzo diakwa
Kofi Kumbosen
ichikura na something
Kwabena
Sambaini ni
Kwabena Sambaini
Michael Saint
the late Christopher Colombo.
Oh yeah, Satana and sports me Christopher
tell na your squad
say Christopher no more
Kofi Kumbosen Apuzo diakwa Kwabena Sambaini Christopher
and Michael Saint
na me so me no small boy am wo.
Oh why? Small boy is walking stick. Walking stick there. He walking stick in the chair.
You don't have to have a near fast spirit.
Have
a fast spirit.
No.
Anyway, but Thomas, so yesterday what happened?
Kwabena bibia nye on se o adie bia no e na wo kan no adie bia ye papa ne ye no han mu obi o ya de boni bia no onam sum because adie a wo ko look we need a good leader and who is a good leader kwabena since Sebi me fan say Kate take over no ma o promise o ka kire say 4 years ni nyina o ka kire since o buy no die no de aba Ghana football because we thought say Kwesi's mistakes obe correct no what to normal or the normal to ye but since Kate taking over kwamna ukwe physicians and surgeons that year election that 4 years it was excuse me, it was a useless election year so adebia say did we even elect Kate on merit? Because no man see wo hwe ne ye chisika laptops ye che iPad ye che no ma tantan eto ade bia ye ni ye no sa ne ye no the 4 years of promises or oba no more besesa he was going to change Ghana football, bring back the love. I'm telling you Kwabena, now as we speak football in Ghana is one of the most useless football in Africa.
But bro
yeah
enra issue no your Black Star players in their problem. The GFA and now the coach. What is it?
Kwabena, the minister is a problem. The FA president is a problem. The players themselves. Did we even select the players on merit? Because coach Nankasano, as we speak, no. Apart from Yendi say the coach, the president.
So tell us what you know.
Presidency and the coach in the buy.
Really?
And yes.
Hold on. Me matters are no. Is it true?
Kwabena unim. The Kate decided say he was going to wipe away Kwesi's regime for na the ma opama Kwesi apia because okacha say matches no uluzu a ye be pamo wo we ne so still opamo no opamo
okacha Kwesi apia
yeah say so uluzu match no ana obodo a be pamo no o we ne matches no mienu nyina so still opamo no
matches there
it was ode maminka mekai ye matches are boy or
the last two or the
Ansah take over then no it was a qualifies
we need two no
we need so mo pamono because Kurt say he cannot work with his enemy dabe no no hu ni enemies na ye nyina enemies are Kurt ya ki ahye o masimpo but Obai no see he cannot work with his enemies. So nkofo ano mo wo efe ho a na ye nim se omaye adwuma na che e wa adwen sebi look at BBT say team manager. How do you tell me say you give a team manager to Aminu Shadow? I don't hate him. I don't need him.
Who is Aminu Shadow?
That is the question you are even asking. Who is he?
Oh no,
he's a friend. He's a friend or cartel, no.
No, but the fact that he's a friend, that's a bit you are competent.
It's not about competent. How do you sack?
So look, are you talking about because or your friend with Ket and I say on competency?
On competency, it's not about friend.
Okay, so let's deal with competency.
Because or you're competent, I don't have a problem. Because a juma be an old man niponimi, and you know, you may be so experience in the same. Because what person juma no, oje ana we, and you know, coach ye before BBI be so say o track record in the same. A juma ben why ye things ben wa coachy, dien why ye that will show some the juma no ma obesho so ye. We don't give job to Sebi, a useless person. We give job to level-headed people to work to make sure we achieve something.
I'm in a background.
He's a sports journalist. That is all.
Oh, really?
That is all. And I know Chiroma, soccer net, Sanidara, you know. Even Kwabena, how do you?
Maybe I know you Juma.
Oh, no.
Sports journalist were here.
Now, Chiroma soccer net for.
That's all.
That is all. That is all. Or Kaket, Neyo, Dreams FC, or the number can, new backroom staff, whatever.
And no, team manager. Wow.
How do you tell me, say, how do you compare Aminu to Stephen Appiah? And not even old players, you know? Because what boy Jai, player or no players in
the Stephen Appiah, like Kingston,
name them.
Old players here.
Old players now.
Team manager.
Because how do you tell me say player when able to me akasa Samoja him and ask Stephen Appiah him. But goalkeeper trainer there Udema Olile say onkoye. I don't know Stephen Appiah ni most of the players old players no. I don't want
to command respect.
That is it. Share communication aí. Se sani dara o. Awo from BBC abiti now. A juma bibia wo GFA onim. I ne calf. Or ya chese ya any penny or so open so chese the only be baby. Well will be willing to make use of that what you have, but you give it to a different person. Yen cassettes o ni majuma me famano. But you don't give job to friends and cronies, people who cannot work, except unibi unim the obe to me but who the obe to me. How do you give a job to obia obi ni majuma ne yesen no? That is our main problem. Eti we share all what you share coach, you know, it's from the presidency. Akwesi, they had wanted to bring Akwesi Appiah, but the FA insisted. They should come and tell me I'm lying. So I'm penny because the president had wanted to bring Akwesi Appiah back, and I'm say there be no so okay. Some say mum penny still.
So that coach will free presidency when the presidency wants.
Yeah, so when Akwesi Appiah deal ni bibiano, omufi say yenko family over mbra, milo so buy no ni work rate everything was negative 0. So then they wanted to bring Endomokofa to Dubai, no. So to add no presidency in play. So if that is the case, then let's bring Chris Witten. It won't buy and then say okay, Sadia. Then they should work together. Endomokofa, Boating Kofa, Didi Dramani de Kaho. How is look at a country like Ghana? How do 4 coaches? It sounds ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to me.
Main coach, no.
Yeah, Utuado, Chris Witten, Boating, and a Didi Dramani. And
Utuado Afrimo.
Utuado Afrimo. Akatre. 83 Jumani, Nany Bacope and Kadia Jumani, Vaswabeni Vina. Because if 2 heads are better
than what will coach.
Yeah, say or more Bobo Abuchi, most of them, or movie and no coaching course in Noma.
Because Didi Dramani, I know so a coach.
Accepted. Only so a technical man say at least Kwanam himself ye Utiakente. Even Bobie Kwabena, they should come and tell us reason crack or Mopam Utiakente. Because as we speak, Adria Kutano, we don't have it at the FA. The only be I'm telling you
Mopam Utiakente.
Oh my pamino. So Baby, I mean, say, oh, Pamobia, you bring into a team or player
more quality hands than
now. Say, player Anekwa, he brings an equal level like him or more than him. But you don't bring Obia, Nipano Nagino from Chese, oh, to me, Yedi, Nipano Koi, so I don't know how many Panikoi. So the health itself has been a big system. Chese, omu liability.
Okay, so Ada Kwesi say Kwesi appear in the last 2 matches near South Tome and South Africa.
Genau. So Adena Oye no. What is it? Because say o catch them say Akwesi nko na nipa nan adwuma ni dia. Then how do you Kwabena as we speak ko head why Sudan?
Kwesi appear.
Misiko and nano omo say omo World Cup qualify omo 2 matches or 4 points.
Yeah. Really?
I'm telling you say Kwabena
Sudan was saying
4 points. And the omu because of Ntokwanti, omu bezi was Sudan, omu bezi was Saudi Arabia.
I see.
Mesi Kwabena omu shem omu refuse omu kuntokwa. They forgot they were at war because omu the economy here no. Go and see the way he has branded one model Sudan. Now it was Saudi Arabia. And no cry omu kromu. It was Saudi. They based in Saudi Arabia. And so the only be baby. So if I'm not saying he's perfect. But so far as Unyanya Obia or Tessa, why don't you maintain it? Because he was building a team. Because Avram Grant, Milovan Raivat, Ekofa, Otuado, Niwe, their players are offering Machuni, most of the play, and one Amodan. And he was building a team that would take over from Steven Pia, Sule, whatever. What have they done? Zero, negative. And the whole country is quite meaning. Say the media, we are going to take these people on. But the media have sold their integrity, their bed right for whatever God knows. And then Abruchi Kakra, journalists be continue. Now they now side with the minister.
No, but I think this time around, I heard your brother Songo, he wasn't happy.
Oh, but he has sold his integrity. Now why is he complaining? He's part of the West. Yasega. And you no didi akwesi apia tem. O dina o didi akwesi apia tem say akwesi apia ye nantwe mu ni whatever. Look at him. Onu sa nipa no say odidi akwesi apia tem min ka say o but there no ye uakizu no you are told you were going to make sure say they bring someone who was level headed than akwesi apia omo by there no maye die ben pa no maye they are part of Ghana football. I say he's part of it, but who is going to tell him? Some of us have to who tell him. Any platform we get, Julius Malema will see any platform we get, we will expose the Americans, we will let the whole world know the sort of people. Look at him. Omo kasa ya say yempama kusia pia yenkoma yepamuno. What have we gained? The team Ben ya build. We build a useless team, and then Ghana for qualifies in sisi near the teams ni Kumasi ni akusisi omo ni kwambia referee or bibia beyena ya winning tino obia ni echiri. Kwabena look at where Ket took over from Kwesina Antechi, and then countries in under 17.
But sir, Randy Abenum a group no group bear
said they were part of Kwesi's.
Into why you ran the demo free?
Omu you say obaye no now no omu a Kwabena the most serious part SSA we ye tackle ye now anybody who challenges Ket no the monsters will go after him.
Oh,
they say Shobiti say me fan say Nane Amponsa not former CEO commercial Asante Kotoko. I say ono so say ono ade ne ho. He say omo yi na frim Palmer omo yi na frim George Free omo yi na frim Mickey Charles omo yi na frim Abdul Salam omo yi na frim. Oh she say and look at these fine level-headed people. In Ghana football, they were part of it.
So even Randy Num group, omuni
say no. Who say? She look at the wired Alaji Cruiser. Since the Alaji Cruiser can't one.
Group.
FA management committee members.
So or signing from.
Aye. So omu management.
Omu say 6.
Omu 22 or something.
Oh, okay. No, but almost some 6-member group. Random group, no idea group.
No say
Esco something.
Oh, Omundia say Omundia is like cartel no way been 22 no way been per group be account. And since
no, but that group I can see people with integrity, very sharp brains in there.
And they cannot say anything. These are people we know their level. Randy, Fred Papo were strong men. We know their
Fred
level.
Papo can.
Fred so buy no or more position no. Wa cripple, that is all. And these are people we know, even Kwesi Kwesi, they were outspoken. They say anything or Mufi say it's right. And then Kwabena,
I see.
they destroyed Ghana football entirely.
And Rano, with the players, what is it? Who can be say they don't choose players on merit?
We do not select players on merit. And a coach, you know.
You know something we don't know.
Kwabena, for all these years, the most sad part, apart from Francophone for no, and Ghana we a player now bow out. Now can be for the national team. No, you are gone forever. Be more black side view. So ama daben you bring your player over out. I can't. What is wrong? And then when him say when the media get closer to the team, no players in can be trained.
Tomma media no.
Almost the almost ye training closed door sakusita free Ghana hakoe.
Really?
That is what is happening. That is what happened. And now, particularly see them as they are. That is how they are. She Abrankesini no mo kunyano. Oma media. And no na mama di Kwabena yeboa being sports writers association president. Now te ho na say ye ko tournament of such nature. Na say FA buy out be catch and say or allow media no to get closer to the team and you keep quiet. Then what sort of president are you? And with the media no so if policemen are there to arrest armed robbers, criminals, then the sports journalists are there to make sure the sports minister, Ministry of Youth and Sports and the FA will put them on their toes. So they do the proper thing.
From Abraham Kessit to wherever, media chance.
Debbie. It was a closed door.
Even in Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh, Cote d'Ivoire, they say Obiko, but sometimes they will not even allow you to get closer or have access to the players. And yes, as well, be a numrena, be a now we are closer to one or two players. Sometimes they can even obey you na say hotel no obey to me allow say whereby or no any partner or any dano they accept it. They can allow you into the room say oh be a say ni say and say yes Kwabena look at since Ket took over the under 17, the under 20, the under 23 have been destroyed. How do you build a team, sir? And IBA for see the entire building is down when you are asking of the roof. You've not built the youth team that will feed that black
the
star
senior team.
And you tell me you've changed the game. What game have you changed? And instead of the media making sure that we put these people on their toes, you know, the media have
but say no. And yeah, say pa because they say no.
Kwabena say yes, say you.
Me say say pa. Because they say GFA position no.
Yeah.
Motuaba.
Yeah.
Any appointment.
There be.
So even when there is a regime change, Grana still on Betuaba. And I'm Tuaba wa Oscar, Unabe winning.
They are the cartel. And I didn't so a cartel.
So any foolish person or stupid person can just go and get money and come and lead the
take over the door. He do whatever he wanted to do.
But I don't know what she says. I'm running some Betuaba. How?
And I'm sure say when you have a group of people be a question marks or more, they will do everything to make sure that it favors them. And omwa etina pobia edru baby no or catch because now no so no ade ba ko no so say omakoshe FIFA echi it is any bibia obe say obe say put you on their toes pe FIFA bebe obe catch you say you want to interfere me the ban atomo. Why don't you allow FIFA to ban us so that we put everything into proper position before we start? And on case also we hear the obey we are sabra mejo. So why can't we do that and make sure that we go to them and tell them say we put people level-headed, not thieves, question mark people scam people. Bobie Ket adia he changed Daniel Goza to Kujo Mensah. Karabia no no nin kwanne nyina ke ni say o get closer to any football whatever. The media who is supposed and say and Kwabena obi ba no pa no be kan sema no obi so aba wia no aba rabehye de wo kan wia no anopa no no obi so aba nwumre no so aba rabehye. And then instead of making sure say we put the FA on their toes to make sure say they do the right thing, no, they form a cartel a bunch of people coming together. Means Tony used to time at appropriate time.
No, we address that. No, we will talk about it. We'll continue. Don't worry. We have a whole lot to talk about. But the video be about somebody attacking the players. Hotel. I don't know whether
normal be brain is seen,
but Emma a telephone share video no quick one. And when we are done, we'll deal with
everything. We don't need anything. And at Dubai, a Sheikh Nika will say we don't have anything, but we have a good leader who bring in good things into the country, and that is the whole world. Everybody is going to Dubai or where they, because that good leader have brought good. When you have a good leader, who have good things, you bring a level-headed coach. You bring players on merit, not any question mark with player or no any player, not any coach friend. And the coaches, I say. One day a coach will come out and tell the whole world what is wrong with that team. He plays the guy who bisana was so personal. What is personal? Tama now bondi now name say personal. Uja body I say personal. They see and unka. And your players ni be cry abro because normally be break so mo kaya. Bobie, some of you strong men will rise up and will fight against these monsters. But ubisana also is personal. Oh, Mr. William, problems in all. What is the problem? I don't know come you ask me.
No, but they are okay, no. And when these million people more, but another time.
Yeah, but we have a bad message.
You say, yeah. Obviously, 2021 FIFA banning Nigeria. 2022 they won. 2013 they won African Cup.
Cameroon before they won 2017. Bobie, FA president Dinitum. Omu Kaika was no, he was the president of Cameroon and the same time president of the FA. They won 2017.
His staff, they comfort me.
A deal, I just have a due diligence. I don't have it offered. It is a Bed Bridge, a friend is a Bed Bridge, so Ecoban is nothing. I say, you started raising questions about company, no credibility, company, no financial and technical know how, and double jumping from one number for me, Almighty Torenko. Now, Torenko no so, for me, Torenko no. Yet is for me Torenko.
So the same people,
same people within 1 year.
That Asante what? Asante
Beku. That was the former managing director of Tor. As you see our issues with what do you call?
To one a different decimal
capital
to Bay Bridge.
Now Torenko.
Torenko.
Yes.
I see.
Now Torenko no somebody for me Torenko no. ɛna ɔmo ankasa kɔyɛ due diligent ɛwɔ Torenko no ho to ɔmo yɛ due diligent na do kora no ɔmo de ɛho document ni biribiara no ɛde sie yɛ until say yɛ throw letter ɛde command the Minister of Energy say yɛate sɛ company bi ɛba abɛfa tɔ na company no management ɛne yɛn ho nka ho asɛm wone board kasa board nka ho biribiara mfa nkyerɛ yɛ nti no yɛpɛ information on the company to offer a meeting or instructing the managing director then and the management say they should furnish us with documents about your friends and the lease agreement nti or the omo document na de mai ye ko hwe document who say bo ko ade wo document nu nyina menua che say fa kwam ti a true letter
a document
do friend say the lease agreement no you raise a series of questions ebi ni say omo financial capacity say company no you form no January 2023 1st January holiday yes 2023 1st January they form Torenko
and no when incorporated
Torenko
1st January yeah holiday why na yema omo
and the mpacho na obusa
and you have the documents
we have them was established on Kokwana sepa Sunday a friends a holiday 1st January and omo form Torenko enti na akoya ade a na abri ani so enti started see better letters
documents you am okay nyam na mo put it together
there be we Tema refinery management and they put it out this due diligence report attorney general crown so ahwem aka kire Ghana fo nyina say sa document sa Torenko adwumayiku yi no enye adwumayiku a ebrawu kra no obetimi ne tofo akoye adwuma na omu ni the financial capacity omu ni the technical know how and na omu even omu you can say omu governance structure di bibia no enye because send your company no omu si aye no omu stated capital omu so be budget to 500,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh yes, from the AG.
And this is a company you forming no 2023
on
the holiday 1st January 2023
to feel
it mean ya de ye pe ya ye mam papa fo a ye de the papa mu ye penti no na ye de letters ekokọ companies basic companies and penifo bi say AG ho ye de bi call the Public Procurement Authority ye de bi call SIGA state
governance and accountability
state governance and accountability ye de bi call a friend is finance ministry that is PPP and ye de bi call the Ministry of Energy and ye de bi so a call Parliamentary Select Committee on mines and energy ti ye call ya minua ye ko boy nkuro de kire wo no and attorney general eba out na before attorney general eba out na ya titi huhu say oh se si Torenko for no o makoye omo no maye ama se si no o mako form another company biem from Torenko o ma sa ko form another company company ni your friend Tema Energy Processing Company Limited.
Tema
Energy Processing Company Limited. Now Tema Energy Processing Limited is a Ghana 40 million pound.
Tema Energy Processing Company Limited.
So Tema Energy and Processing Limited.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going for me company we know. Torenko Attorney General akase womu ni the capacity and say omu nye credible to take the oil refinery no omu form a company no ma Torenko for 40% and omu ma card investment and also 40% and omu ma to adwumayefo numbi ye frɛ baako Bright Adongo Abbas Bugibi Scott Mauvi Chevia Emmanuel Kenneth Abankwa and Albert Eji Amwaku omuma 20%. na 20% no mo de mom no Bobie before mo de 20% be mom no
yeah
na adwuma yi ni bia nim ho hwe management enim ho hwe yeti huhu meeting bi ase enna ma say emse say udi bone a na ise abodu a na no kopai say oh ya mayen adwumayefo shares bi a ye betibi e de ayewei abo adwumayefo na say company ni ba na say company ni be nyesika e so faso no na ye de ayede ye de be ma adwumayefo e de say oh ebo say ade bi say e wo ho de a say de wo say wo ya ne say the company eye to no management
yeah
ene wo say sa shares ekobo na adwumayefo num ya o mo ye obi mo eka see as you adwumayefo no your front eye divided your front is divided the world meaning the friend saying Ghanaians ne Ghana for adwumayefo say bi tebe refinery e da o makoma so a omu ewo amaye adwuma ho for so many years no they are not in support of this deal but sankofo num we mu no sankofo num no wo na se see shares na de mo no shares no say no mu free to a say nka ye je mu ma wo mo a come wo shares e wo to because they are the direct beneficiaries of the trust fund okay the registration
okay. So which means now the deal between Torenko and Tor and go through
send ye se see the can se see the tie ne say ekonko ho ko kire say eye a friend is saying special prosecutor e the letter e by e ka kire omo say omo hold on na oye hwehwemu afa adwuma na omo ye no the special prosecutor no dey eyini buy na the board of directors no e issue statement say e wosenka special prosecutor e frɛ wo mo na nka wone won edi nkomo e fa ebia nneoma ode aba beto abonten no na akoye se wa pray ho dodo na wohwe omo ankasa statement omo de man ya omo se the Tor charity trust no e ya de omo ebo ye no haroso entiro wa admit se wa ye mistake enti obi a wa ye mistake no e ko ba ne sen e na obeka se eye special prosecutor ban ana oman na mani tumi se bibi ikoso na se nya o hwe mu no.
What is the purpose of that Tor charity trust?
People cho enkoma eye management ene wono a omokoya ade ne se obo se eye for Tor workers eso mfaso a ebeba Tor workers for hodo eno na Tor workers eye omodia but no kure wo bi ni se utie eye board of directors no press statement o mu release eye 26 November 2023 almost the Tor charity trust no omu ye say first of all
my announcement but hey you are doing your work as media so kudos. Tema Oil Refinery. The OSP has commenced analysis of the risk of corruption in respect of the proposed partnership agreement between Tema Oil Refinery and Tema Energy and Processing Limited. The special prosecutor has directed the management of Tema Oil Refinery to immediately suspend the proposed partnership agreement, ongoing negotiations, operations, and all other ancillary activities arising out of and consequent upon the proposed partnership agreement until otherwise advised by the special prosecutor to enable us to timeously conclude the work. Now to light before my announcement, but hey, you are doing your work as media, so kudos. Tema Oil Refinery. The OSP has commenced analysis of the risk of corruption in respect of the proposed partnership agreement between Tema Oil Refinery and Tema Energy and Processing.
What the OSP said about it.
Enti menua nanka ye de fi say bibia no a OSP aka no ka ya atum anka ye nyina ye twen. And last Wednesday they call a press conference in response to the 26th November press release a year yan kofui e call a friends a release because omuye no so no
that is top management
no the board
okay board
a release here no Minya said me no kase. Eye the chairperson of Tema Refinery, local union leader no, ya interdicted.
Really?
Yes. And the chairman of the senior staff of Tema Refinery, ya interdicted.
On what basis?
On the basis say omo aka Torenko any tour and some radio so any television so.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, Minya. Asempa na me arehosem.
Last week.
Enti na wo ka se krom ha no. Won na wo di body no. Obi asuro so be bie na no be kan no. Hit me.
They are powerful.
Hit me. But Minya, they are not powerful than God. Omo nya powerful ensin nyame. Ekozi say ye nyina no sabi Nyankopon na de home ye den e de maye. Na politicians omo lifespan e wa asasi so ye kan no e wo ye njuma mu a 8 years. We are board chairman, we are board whatever. Acha ye 4 years ada 8 years. Saje 8 years no so a ye nsesan wa aban fofra ma even within your government kwa bit my day. Asesan. And at the lifespan of every board 8 years. It is the board of TOR. So we tie ya. General Transport Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union. Adi o ma ye no so man reverse no. No man recall your brothers, your comrades back into their work. Bobie sit down strike change bia ye be no krom ha no.
Wow.
E bi see that. Na omo de union no e di agro. But they don't know the strength of this union. We don't want the situation.
Tell us, what can you guys do?
What we can do.
We are interested to know.
What we can do as the national union, they say petrol. Yani petrol ko Ghana ha baby.
I see.
Petrol if you man on the bagana he nyina ye enam ye companies ni bi and the baby say for petrol for Ghana.
Really?
And all our strategies, but the air can say, we are not politicians. This year, election year, into pet kai, we are. Tomorrow refinery no, pene, Emma family and friends, a busuafuobi and transit because many of we mamen can be say. A body say nankofu di dream where to say, dream, say we are Juma Accra FM. Na woni nkofobia akọ trade we bi ase na mo ahyehyɛ se menua yemra ne me fa Accra FM ye di company bi ba na company mi wo mu 20% na wona ehu sa dream ade we ko kan ya wo so wo mo kɔ traffic ye nhwɛ ene Ghana ohia ene abebresa amanfo adwumayefo ekom especially even the Tamale refinery workers menua ebi ntimi ntua school fees ebi ntimi ntua rent. Why? Because they are not being there 4 years in the crowd. Salary increase could have been cost because the Juma was a Tamale refinery. A Juma Tamale refinery for a so more year. They say, "Omade crude oil beba no more refining." But you see, Abino Kase, Bobie, and ya do omoye. A Juma day, ako increase your friends' salary. But you see, Abino Kase, a year appear. Omo current managing director here or we was starting recruitment. Was started a promoting for in the name of breaking General Transport Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union.
Or recruiting for to do what?
Mini I just say my friend Busano. And no promoting for. Into Juma, me I am not against promotion, but the Juma biado say Juma de Koswa and a promotion is no man. A koso. The Juma de Koso or core business as we know. To refine crude and you are not refining the crude. Why are you promoting people? You are promoting people to do what? Based on what? Analysis by my year I trust more financials akosro entino mu promoting for Bobie ye ni abre na nibre we no enye nibre a eye nibre a ye betra sekeke.
Yes, but I can ben manu so with this Tema Energy and Processing Company Limited and need to rank. What is the current state of that contract?
See, OSP, Senka, Minia, Yan Anko OSP ho, and cut last year.
yakoto salt fm na yenim say as media de ye wo akwanya ye dwuma say ye bua na ye bodawro na ye tu keta hye na prayers ye hwe na oman ye gisi wo my background story no.
All right. See, Elim say media there. We are guided by 1992 Constitution, Article 162. Benyana talks about the editorial policies of journalists, media houses, and all that. Iti Salt FM ewo agogo in the Asante Achim North constituency. Hoye lawyer and the appeal could be constituency. Obeka lawyer and the appeal could be one of the conveners of the Ken Must Go that initiative in Parliament. Iti for some time now, no, CEO that is Ohene Kwame Frimpong. He's been doing marvelously well.
Ken Must Go ni de beba ho.
Okay.
Because ye dada and say Ken ko womboa. Ken is around.
Yeah, elevating.
Yeah, elevating. No. Say Ghana for the case move room anim koso. But what the young no, and ye be adwuma.
Eti Ose Kwame Frimpong CEO for Salt FM. In fact, he's been doing very well. Agogo that enclave or Ehona that station. Now for some time now, no, for almost close to 2 years now, Amofunya Hinton say he wants to stand as an independent candidate at Santachim North constituency. So that is one.
MPP seat.
And the lawyer and the appeal
okay, lawyer
constituency.
That's right.
So a fierce and they say Ansah the Ejuma Papane Bono. Ebema lawyer and the appeal could be Elusi.
No breaking grounds.
Exactly. Recently, Anna we see the biggest mosque Agogo Mosque. Yes.
The biggest mosque.
Usi Agogo Mosque.
From Onwane pocket.
Onwane pocket.
Wow.
And all Obia big wigs in politics, in entertainment industry.
Wow.
Echo they storm that area. Iti among officer no Niema Branty ye a threat to the seat of the MPP in the constituency.
That's right.
Again, one more Moyari hospitals every month biano or stipends which you edema awofwa mame for ma
free of charge
and fine in maternal bills free hospital every month because yes I didn't know various hospitals in that constituency.
The person who say if you don't bottom including mosque now
including mosque on one kasene kutukum.
Owura ye kan ho asem yi ana sort FM na ya ko 20 ye ne dia.
Yeah,
me pese ya tene ma.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yanko.
Every month bia so ekunafo a more constituency wo nyina so ohwe wo mo.
Hey.
Every year bia so ye wo party a ye de mo ekunafo enyanka brilliant but needy.
Just what taking grounds.
Exactly. Or ye rally a week before a year to Salt FM on the 6th of February and almost Salt FM. A week before the 6th of February no or ye rally health work kesiapa it was more than a political rally.
Wow.
A nipa a buy no me how many can line the best free CMG premises could be almost baby a police headquarters no eko bia be
it would find say yes unse ye wesika fum sebi enyo bia na ba ha sebi ta fracture sebi akudonto.
That's right.
It would find say bia circle achemata ho no ba bi won say na be hu ne tintin.
Okay, it if say from circle roundabout
okay
eko akosi bia be baby a akosi the N1 highway no
ka ojanim krum
akosi N1 highway no so
oh
akosi N1 highway so
N1 highway there ka ojanim krum central me do call circle nti me so me yiraw wow yo ne oni mu ye circle ni achimata
in fact nipa call here no nana thousands of people in the choir and I'm off who crowded they felt like no this guy is doing more than what we expected him to do apart from Nema why social amenities I will provide them out the constituents na there no was so I rally na rally nipa buy bia no making sure say at least or refreshment the embo and the number of people are a praise your branch here not only for Nijuma pa warrior na hobrasie and in a personal relationship with the constituents and I'm off officer no this guy is doing very well now and no sound so chambers no a person was standing as an independent candidate na obua ama for any swadu hunati bem a carpenter for a mason for mom yansan juma traders are benefiting agogo market to ko traders are benefiting from this gentleman a threat to the MPP seat it's over on the 6th of February and National Communications Authority one of the regulators on kokotum the reason
they brought reason.
Yes.
Okay.
The rules of the mind is unlicensed documents.
And how many days, how many hours, how many months, and years, and they take one to know, sir. Salt FM was operating with unlicensing document.
Good.
How many years?
So these are the questions I'm after we raise here, and they said that.
And yet these are the questions we raise. These are the questions. I say I dream a dome with him. I catch it up.
Now the response almost had the mind. They say, "Oma bomo koko 1, 2, 3 times."
The letters in the Babonte.
The letters in the Babonte, but they said that they've issued stern warnings to Osei Kwame Frimpong.
So
on teaming call license on responding to them, he's never licensed it. It's na ube here some betum.
And who say on betum only at a point when you kono see one of the biggest mosques in the country. Who say omube 2 Salt FM at a point when very big rally.
Yes.
The numbers exponentially increases by day.
Oh sure.
Is it the only time who so independent candidate? Ansah who say he's operating with unlicensed document. It has some Salt FM. Who name many abreno? Many abre because sebi mpanyifo se kwasea ana se yede ono yendeme.
Yeah.
Who got to say saboa no butu nua so a yen ka se sori ne so. Ye ka se sori yen so fi se ofuru nua no so a. Obeba so. Yeah. It as a media house we must take keen interest in this development. Oh, people are arbitrarily abusing their powers in this country. There's this matter, loud silence, Edebe Tuja, Kevin Taylor Daruma. Teresa is alleged, so we are Penyo Markins, a lawyer to one lady, or Nikun Entamo, Ango, Nema, according to one, no, say court, Teresa, it can say I'm a friend of Kwakakra, no Mabahakokra, and they use national security to go and intimidate the children out of school. Because people think, say, they are in power. Say, some who and they can say, journalists, you can't want some Mukruma. Baby, we should not be afraid of Jack. Or the Jack, not Toronto can hold their fine. But we should not be afraid of any Jack in this country. Me kind of now why Equasum, Mira.
And according to them, because almost all my documents expired December 23rd, December 2023. Oh, so just about 2 months. In fact, 2 months into the year.
It's no, you're 2 stations. Yeah, 2 stations.
And according to one of the managers are very close. He's a very close friend to me. Maybe sir no say, or say they even told NCA say more payment plan. If indeed they said Sikano, so they have to pay. They can give them payment plan and they'll pay. They should just restore their license.
Microphone are ready.
Yes. NCA still.
My cultural playing fat. In cultural. Ikuru young way because in a development I am telling you, sir.
Now him say Obia mpusu and the appear could be. I'm not saying about say he has no hand in that.
Now Obia honorable.
So it raises concerns.
Honorable. Now, sir, why a Jumanpo as a member of parliament? Why should you be afraid of the development?
Yeah.
Yeah, MPs me bredi dia gro kroma. Yeah, MPs me bredi na me I am me blame kese me blame yen account for no. Yes, because me akan me yochini. Enu ntina de be me bodam free achimusi no. Na o ka ta say.
Matias.
To the extent say unyan krofa we akan for timi ka tira say aha de asante. It would say aponche na fam pipi to ni kom ye beto ma no. Aponche a wonim nyansa kora ye beto ma no. Na ukobi sansa den a wose me ye de MPP twama furu ma ayare ana. Ubi sansa den a wose me ye de MPP na tete me uti abofam ana. In this day and age, 21st century, our people are voting based on transformational leadership. Because people are able to make changes. People are able to deliver infrastructure development. So I'm not surprised that Santi Achimago is going on. I'm not surprised that it's going on. Honorable Nehunu said the new candidates now. Organic grounds no obetimi etu no afrosuro oya ne yank wani mate why you afraid
na interesting thing and I say ade aye tan kra ne say dey now mu bie mosque na no chief imam was there
national chief imam
unu zo mudum light omudum light
jai woman
na besi omudum light enyume no mo so
omudum light
na
national radio ne wonu kofo
na mesi omudum light enyume no mo so ye
dedicating was ama Allah and national chief imam omudum light kelji
mesi omudum light enyume no mo so ye
Yehovah
enyume no mo so ye
enti ye your man na ye fum
We are sick as a nation.
And
Omudum light. Empenifo bodwa.
National chief imam
danati. Anapana light ho. Empenifo bedru say be share opening prayer, Muslim prayer, Christian prayer for yedum light. I say you change over. Who say to dum light I change over. Ebia you change their back you switch to the different thermal plants. I am 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Doom light the whole day. The light came right after say a program ni etimba ni wiye. So that is the issue was sort of. But other traditional leaders say calling on NCA say look, this is unfair treatment to Salt FM. It's a Bianca more restore their licenses. But they've not responded to
the in as much as a media people now, the National Communications Authority has vested legal mandate. And
sure.
Because you need National Communications Authority and you need National Media Commissioner, Obiawedin Samfu Krumba. And Yabekaya, over the 1994 genocide, and to quite course war with Rwanda, map history, let's say at least 1/4 of their population died, 25% of the then existing population of Rwandans died. Approximately 800,000 to 1 million people died. A radio soon starts here and go
yeah.
So you say, sir, if there was a National Communications Authority and a National Media Commission, I don't know, man, sorry, and son, center. So as media men, ye name or how radio ni TV betting ya basi here kase ya.
Yeah.
Nembo emranwan so make it available rights of fairness. Now, who we are head of a National Communication Authority? Because I say Salt FM station out there, how would you fare? Why did they go wrong? Because Kauji, Nyama Yamashem said, we say February and also December.
Yeah, December.
And a license in a week.
Yeah, a week. Yeah.
It's 2 months.
Yeah, just 2 months.
Just 2 months.
Yeah. And Obakaya, a year or 2 years ago, our brain CFO shut down some radio stations for unlicensed documents.
Yes.
People were owing for about 7 years.
Yeah, you are right.
For 7 years, 5 years, renew our license.
No crowd, they did targeting. Man can't you know? There are some stations behind more. 1 to 2 more chroma, but I forget it. So,
and Minuka said there are stations called one license.
But you're operating. There are stations, sir. One work as Seminole. I'm license here by the other.
They're operating. So what happens to them?
How many independent candidate be Obian Wako independent candidate. Bra, no sina Yangram State of the Nation address.
Yes, Mapene Kufado exercise. All right, one of the key things and I'm for hearing Mr. President Bekaya the unemployment rate. Just few weeks ago, Ghana Statistical Service said the unemployment rate by say this year a jumpy cost compared to that of last year. But President Kufado went silent on the unemployment rates. Ghana I'm saying
okay, but just a quick one. Maybe I say Wutia Wasugu Sortie Accra 100.5 FM. Citizen show ni Midin na Utu Dako Metinam ama Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Mesro bra your Facebook wall Accra 100.5 FM. State of the Nation na Ghana Mampeni na Dankwa Kufado. Address no man no did it meet your expectation? Nia na wo hwe nim say o Mampeni beka no eno kan. Number 2. Wona oni mu State of Nation forget brofo bia beka. Amamwo no wona atimubi wona atu gem ana nim se na hyehye wo bibi sa se o ha wo ne abebresa ekọ abu ana se yedi awanya no eho akuntapuo ana o mampani de kwoto mra hye bedwam no ana bra Facebook se si ana chro na access o mampani mame say percentage anka mama ne say bra yankweni.
All right, you started with unemployment. Mampani Kufado say one can be about unemployment. So Dr. Owie no Dr. Kinsella forcing a raise content. Look, if few weeks ago, the Ghana Statistical Service unemployment rate across I didn't know why you didn't.
But KOJ, and not to be fair to the president, except Mantini, holistically, he may not have mentioned unemployment. But Obekaya or can be about the job, one district, one factory, some 170,000.
Yes, 170,000.
That's not like unemployment.
Oh no. But you wouldn't trick. I am trick here. I am almost indirect and direct jobs. What does it
mean? Directing 160,000, not directing your 10.
So clearly, 30% of Ghanaian youth are unemployed.
Now, do you believe that statistics? More than 30%.
Of course, no. This is just approximating.
Okay.
2 out of 3 also are unemployed. So it is more than the 30% of the.
What's the you need me and say what? By statistics.
That is the statistics.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
They are unemployed.
Unemployed. So it is more than the 30% of youth unemployed. Okay? More than that. If you do that calculation,
that's what I'm saying. District beyond my factory.
Well, me my district, I come from the Wutu East District, municipal. Well, there's no
factory.
There's no factory. But an English amount from the district then Sunda. I will hold that. And the government revamped it.
District factory. What factory?
Again, talking about Dumso.
Aye.
I think in the last 7 years, I buy no etimi as sustaining the power generation. Meanwhile, few months ago, with the country has been plunging into Dumso. And Miniku Fiban was saying, "Kaswasi, baby, near Dum."
I'm saying I don't need Dum CC.
What is Dum CC? What is the definition of that?
I say I quote the end of budget. Nyanya and Chilem.
So in the last 7 years, my penny cover the chest say more expensive Dum Sunday any for shaggy reason and the proper but while buying it to me has sustained a power generation Kruma Musi. What just said they will focus on finding ways to improve free SHS. Not as all on
focus on.
Yes, there's talking about that. Can say La General Hospital only a president's kind. On completing 28 months.
About 28 months, Fabra Fimai. How many months in a year? Say 12.
12.
24 months, 2 years. It was say La General Hospital
28.
Okobugu Yanwa, one for block, one share from and so the $200 million. I could see the biggest hole in the name of Cathedral. Was what the 28 months. ABC.
Ebe completing La General Hospital.
One man is our time, no.
Now, besides, how many months can I can't say if I couldn't be?
Let's handing over note. By now, Mr. President, handing over note. Let's all do 28 months.
So he's just being optimistic.
Say
that they can break the 8 when they break the 8.
Me hire me tea. Say MPP break it. I me Ghana for tea. Whether they break or no break, no any case. Whether Mahama bad now, but the cases,
28 months.
We must judge them by the promises. Kelji,
but sit match, yeah, commission national cathedral.
Yes, some can say by 6 months to be commissioned.
So they have to commission it.
But how do they commission it? It's the biggest one.
Who will commission it?
How would they commission it?
They have to commission it. It's a promise they made to us.
Oh, now promises are what make it be.
So that is how we need to match them good for good.
Moving away from taxation to production.
Said they in front of that Ghana for.
I catch them say state of the nation be ti over trust there. Say a Juma 1D 1F dia bakrum hanum was say nwane busuna enwane.
Omo nim the pricing of
only one item the make maka say Ghana say see aye kakra say Jane.
Let's see Jane
name say apart from Jane
and no quality turn in sizes.
Yeah, you're turning in sizes. It's true. And I say me to 10 cities in sizes.
In sizes.
Yeah, you're turning.
I open the whole crew now. We bit must be bring ma ba you no and can
yeah. But I think certain your man penny can. I said the 2 seniors. Do you know why I'm saying this? Over kai time wa John Dramani Mahama on no. KOG. Ya catch John Dramani Mahama say. What the doom so abasumo mine. It will be those were the time. Good morning, Yirai. Good afternoon, Yirai. Good evening, Yirai.
Yamaudum so.
Yamaudum so. Yes, Yamahama.
Yeah.
At that time, Namahama or Yajuma UCG.
Debbie.
At that time, Mahama, not do big position, general manager of electric managing director. Namahama Krabi.
Debbie.
And see, Adentin and now your day electricity soon Wabono. Adentin in recent history. Doom Swaba, and you know, said Doom Swaba. Oh, you like Doom so. Doom so. Doom so. Adentin away, dear, your person, your Teresa, and yet a kufa to be now yet. Name systemic failure be and now gas be a to Yahoka. I don't the emphasis on one of my president. We have been unfair and Ghana for it. Look, Yasu every year boy. And let me say this. If God wants to punish a country, he gives them wicked leadership. I'm telling you.
So that's what we expect.
Fabric cream, when I'm kind of fabric cream.
That just says, and Yanko Papa said, what punish you or might be, and that's what you might be a small fire. What my opinion.
Oh, what thing?
Not you form.
Some penny for say nipa 1 million people. No man your position, they don't care.
Yeah.
And nothing I yet to about in 2020. And nipa want you yeah. And yet the president could just simply say it is the first elections in the history of our country.
Now I say government is committed to ensure free and fair elections 2020.
Or your electoral commissioner. Nana Kufado. Say so see Mama me can say me na wi ayo. Ben some so the oyede beka. Ba dey to aso.
Now only say police for so police headquarters. Also minimum high pa.
Oh, I know the IGP ayade.
Oh, my penny Kufado say aban hihye.
Oh.
So he's taking the credit of Dr. George Okufu Dampare.
Eti appear to buy na honye sa no de na ho ya. Eno se na.
Eno mampeni asem. But a hoye free mampeni Okufu dey say government is committed to do more. And on cite example, Ghana Police Service headquarters.
Ano Kasi Cathedral no so e.
Now we are na mutwa IGP Dampare by na onsere. It means that papa kan no one can ye.
But at least he could have mentioned him.
His name, that's right. But one bunny into what credits in the man.
I'm not surprised. He's that type. Obekaya, the George Bushwalker Road. And on N1, my boy.
Yeah, N1.
So him say, "Oh man, penny that I could phone a copy of fans."
Sure.
For fun to attack, and free by him.
Ma, J.E. Mills,
already for the crazy by. Abra J.E. Mills.
Mampeni Kufor by.
Or invite you Mampeni Kufor by.
Because on no chassis.
When him say a year 4th-year interchange. Overpass na ayo Pukwasan.
Yeah.
The former president John Dramani Mahama na secure funds.
Secure funds, yeah.
Time na womu air to ni no you invite na. Time overpass the same thing.
Yeah.
You invite na. Most of the project are about that ni place car womu di see no. About we inherit no. Ye boni di na. And you should also not forget. Say sika or mampeni dada Mahama mo kopeye. Ma mu free abayem no. Only first tranche came.
Yeah.
The two other tranches na do dan kwakufa no. Any Bobie na scan be see wo msem. Am this says can ye adwuma. Has that been a single day and na kufa no ne Bobie acknowledge the former and the predecessor na?
David.
The former president Mahama ye free so. Because ohunu say a good day from betimi asa. So he set up what we call the Heritage Fund. A Heritage Fund no over $250 million gum. Menuka say Heritage Fund ye de siawa. Apart from that, oti the Stabilization Fund. Senebeya so many do baby ne nyama edia. Ya beko sa Stabilization Fund for twonum ne de ayo many yi. And na COVID-19 buy am over $200 million every month.
Yeah.
Has that been a single day? Yabo former president Nidiana.
Na mame bobo su teo na fe yansor so. Na
unu say nyama djuma na eja no wasro.
Eja no wasro.
Nti boso ne enko.
Na a match na ochie ba be see me here. Say match February be Wednesday.
More fire.
Match ye be rem here. Ye ba be launch performance tracker.
And also
and a part of digitalization Dr. Mahmoud Bamia edwani free economy ni wa ba be hweso no.
So no minister of digitalization.
So it's on hweso.
Oh that be.
Oh no hweso.
Yes la kufu.
E ban de bi de.
Yes la kufu minister for communication. O me yan kunta kwa yes la kufu.
Debi.
He is the chairman of the economic management team.
Debi.
And also onye bi.
Oh. Oye chairman but what divert attention so is here no who pesika sama you go bisa Dr. Enes Addison. Sisa kwese finance ministry now we have uni say your two substantive finance ministers. Your minister of finance local and your minister of finance international.
It is them when they local when they foreign. Brady Hoa.
Ken Oforata is the minister of finance international. And a local I mean.
It is a wood tie me ewo Accra.
Yeah.
100.5 FM so say citizen show so. Won't say that.
It's Yapamo and Yampamu no.
So but people are thinking say Yapamu Yapamu no. Yamanu
elevation. Elevation.
Eti IMF sika say me no be so. Eti I would say I mean Adams.
Now unim justification from the market.
One so say tutu kwando do. One tina fa ko.
You see Ken Ofrata didn't man is position or ye investment banker. It's about investment say ye dim komo wa amano ne sika ba man mu betima toto ye pa.
That be that's one or the investment when we are Ghana. So
oh yes.
And I say we may come with that fear of favor. Ken Oforiata through the transactional advisor. What now you see Ghana, I don't know the kind of country we are. You name the meaning of conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Say be a finance minister. And yet Ghana, when we go for whether internal, especially external borrowings, we allow the same person to use his is it data bank?
Yes, data bank as an advisor.
As an advisor. Now, was it last 2 years? No, see when 160 million. He's a candidate for jail.
Send it to us on GP.
Oforiata is a candidate for jail. Hey, Mahama Bo, Wine Bo, Obian Fanan Kwaye. He's a candidate for jail.
It's a performance tracker, no, Nana, and they say. Sisiano, you don't need government a state of nation address to come and tell you say oh yai we wa ha utio fia wo track and so na chiro baby a aban no etima ye developmental project ni na
say no the end ye
na tie
Yeah, mama basu answer.
Oh, yeah, Baba say.
Na mama basu say.
Ah, no, it's been done before. Enya de fofo.
Oh, na tracker no.
Tie. You understand? Or kase we understand do be. Throw to Facebook no say, you know say launching another performance tracker. That's the question he's asking. What happened to the old delivery tracker that was full of unaccounted for projects?
Yehovah. Na chese ma ye bi kura de da.
Yeah, be da. Yeah, so am ban for so bia.
Ano ma se foforo.
Ye be launch foforo. It's a match ya be launch foforo.
Me kura na me twa hwese ye be ka tap ngu asemo because Yehovah. Ye di esi
na tap go so ama wuni sa man for face ya foforo.
Enye foforo.
Dabi.
Oh, dabi da. Na sa me ayelo no ba no. Na mo ka ne bio. Na is a green bisa.
Green ya.
Yeah. No mo GM 5 cities.
5 cities no.
But I'm say starting with 2 cities or something. No mo GM 5 Ghana. Eti I'm so be load oto a load bi so. Eti u bra ka ni mu now the way na hwe bibi wo so. Wow, now they hwe so answer the way rap bass ni mu.
Akwesa omo mutu kwa brochi e fe bi Oyster card and all the swipe ya. Na sa tew.
Say they look for you. Na mo brochi Oyster card. Yehovah Oyster card.
Eti ya ba be launch.
Kwame kwachi ni Oyster card. Wo dey use tap and go. Ono no ni dey mu no. Ko use Oyster card dey. Wahu. Eti novelty. Tracker no tracker na badida.
Yeah, badida.
Ana tap and go so enye novelty.
There is abadida. Eti when you iPhone Pro Max and dey brand no. Eti next month ye ba be hu the launching of
Ansah na beto aso no. Bona adwani e Facebook no kwankomo no ho. Wo hwe Francis Asante was say where is the COVID-19 tracker? The tracker the ebook roma. Ana ubisa no. Al-Hajia Ramatu was good afternoon my brother. I'll give another 1%. Yehovah. Lydia Sebe also welcome brother. I thank God for your life. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, Jakub also Adam Sedu Agongo Puni Faso Semfu Yara say wow, Musa untina ya maybe one man metina yi na chino.
No. Forget it. You can not tie near bas.
Ma men kan we kakra. Mary Adam or say 0 over 10 old man. Julie Belinda or also the Nedie Abba or say what is your mate Banza coming to do? Kwame, driver Banza nyum no pay mame. Ya be boss anyum no fia no. Ye mpe driver Banza. Na a driver now driving into a ditch, a mate in be take care. Nasser Al Khalifa Facha Mr. Who didn't hear. I said this state of nation address is waste. Nothing is going on. Many times I read the message.
Okay. President Akufo-Addo say through the Attorney General's office, Omanate may save 10 trillion. 10 trillion
cities.
Yes. And Omanate may save from the honors by the office of the Attorney General. Sika hodwa aso Attorney General etimi agege near the cases yetimi awini
save your mind da futuo no
yenim ye betimi save sika ba na bia yedi
for instance NCC the BMA NCC budget omusaka na
omunyeska kranya nwe
NCC me ka say those times NCC ni cars me ka obi ya no bi mo ye kasa yama abani ma NCC 50 cars the year elections we no kwaje cars ni NCC for
I say year election dem bi
and so every year there's a budget NCC and the other related state institutions
of
like
course
that. This kind of way
you can't but enkodu virtual
ATI kind of
e-money
electronic
you be ka baton sanka
what we are now
no my member quick one so say 1992 constitution is not perfect, but has served well. It raises concerns about the review of the 1992 constitution. So look, after 30 years and over, it has lived its purpose. There be a review. I'm not for face no. Comments are present to cover the make here there. Now it's likely say aban bi ba SSC share na fe review a 1992 constitution. See and take see something, say something very very serious. Now by just say boko conflict and so no. Nientia asumbiaba and say wa pompi seka dia gum na ne ebisa say boko na asumbi o hosisi ana because ekoda na san peja ekoda na san peja ntimi no kase asumbi enhye ni boko sa eno se ne sama pani Akufo-Addo de kan ye wo chese a closure of the 4 radio stations say wo boko no ni nyina ejina kasa bia presenters any panel say ko afidi so wo mko kan ye en nam so ema eye wo mko close eye sa 4 radio stations no enso ewo na afiso ya bato afi mapini Akufo-Addo chese EC any all political parties say nyadwuma say be afi ye betimi nya free fair and credible elections now what chese aban so be ensure say smooth operations ebe koso ediama the electoral commission ti nana when one or two be a President Ekufado etime bobo so and they abra what the State of the Nation address no the buyer. Now sikasem no was it macroeconomic indicators ni nyina say we are on the right path. Itinana afi nene Ekufado say indicators in nyina that say pefe say niema ekoye.
Ni indicate oje bra boadwuma na so no Class FM for brofo nkwanti no Ekufado kan brofo ni hiom mo achirim. All right, let's do it this way. So to do today with the State of Nation address. Mr. Osene State of Nation, bra Facebook, Accra 100.5 FM, never try again. Eti, say senior about that kind of fortune. Say and your man koya. Hey, yanko, senior, yanko botape no. Botape no yanko yenim. Yanko tie. Because it doesn't make sense. One, say
under the Constitution, the executive power of the state is vested in the President of the Republic. He or she is the executive. There's no ambiguity about where the buck stops when it comes to responsibility for what happens in the government. It stops with the President. He or she has ultimate responsibility. It would be an unwise president that would pretend to have all the answers and refuse the advice of his officials. But the fact remains that the president holds the executive power. The cabinet, the ministers of state, all act ultimately in an advisory manner. Of course, a member of the government might take an idea, be it generated by the president or the official or a committee, and turn it into a huge success, and the honors will be claimed or shared where public perception falls. But ultimately, the president is responsible, and therefore takes the credit or the blame for whatever happens in his or her government. Mr. Speaker, let me make a second point. The programs that come from the executive benefit from the rigorous public examination and debates to which they are subjected. We all now take for granted and sometimes even bemoan the vigorous media and civil society organization scrutiny that characterize public discourse. It gives me with a stellar performance. They've been able to make the economy resilient. Economy omoji free as well Muhammad administration na bond the woman when a timias san yemani ama ne economy na ye famiko that very tape na yemisa say obi a wasi authority and backstops with the president eti indirectly my blame vice president so be seeking for your authority eba ne saying that the same president etwan ho etira say enyo ba me an economy na koye. Last year, when I came to the House, I conveyed my dismay at the full extent of the economic mess in which our nation was mired. We had inherited an economy that was in distress. Choked by debt and with macroeconomic fundamentals in disarray. You will recall, Mr. Speaker, that I said, quote, we would have to implement some tough, prudent, and innovative. That last year, when I came to the House, I conveyed my dismay at the full extent of the economic mess in which our nation was mired. We had inherited an economy that was in distress. Choked by debt and with macroeconomic fundamentals in disarray. You will recall, Mr. Speaker, that I said, quote, we would have to implement some tough, prudent, and innovative policies
to get us out of the financial cul-de-sac we were in. I made some brave predictions. I said we would reduce significantly the budget deficit, and I said that at the same time, we would grow and expand the economy. I'm glad to be able to report, Mr. Speaker, that the economic management team, under the stellar leadership of the strong, brilliant economist, Vice President Mahamadou Bawumia, has risen to the challenge, and the hard work is beginning to show positive results. We have reduced taxes. We are bringing down inflation and interest rates. Economic growth is increasing from the alarming 3.6% at December 2016.
What's that? Young Fano Yamina, Emma Wura, or Mampenia Badechre, Vice President, Mahamadou Bawumia, and Nana Akufo-Addo who said, Owura Bawumia Baba contested in the 2024 elections. No, was a fair dear, young Kwamamrem, a friend or Kaya said, to me, dear Dubu of mine, ne boy, no, one president, Nikura. Send your bay, young Chinimono. Owura Bawumia Bakachre said, no, you meta, no crack. Ya bet Mr. Driver Bansa yon mama na ya bebo ase nefia. Driver Bansa welcome crawl for me. Driver Bansa welcome crawl for me. Driver Bansa welcome crawl for me. Driver Bansa welcome crawl. Ya bebo sa yon na ase nefia. For me ko back no. There's another tape. Now watch that say ebe wiase nyansa ebe economy no Owura Bawumia be deputy governor Bank of Ghana was say no to no buy na o tre say nyansa wo wiase de ni nyina Owura Bawumia ho men come say streaming live
Bawumia ni o Bawumia no Yakubon de wiase adwi nyina asenu wa share that our paper to show that 41 promises made by the MPP and its presidential candidates within 2 years, 41 have already been fulfilled and delivered as we speak now. 41 people do you.
Mati Mokoto na Omayi na Ati say we have zero tolerance for incompetence.
Bawumia ni o Bawumia no Yakubon de wiase adwi nyina asenu wa share that our paper to show that 41 promises made by the MPP and its presidential candidates within 2 years.
Ana Kwame Menumako. Hey! Dabio na Omampani Ada obi akaso utwabia na na Kwame person Kwame force me o se me nkase na win so e ada na akase ba no Jaisa no one penny no wi Hey wasi everybody knows that I don't take alcohol and I'm a producer Kwame kwache kase ba no say na no to da ko bisa se na win so e na say Kwame aden Nkoda pon school pese kaso mampanum chiwi o pampanin chiwi jaisa Salajo I mama we dia mama honorable mram honorable sama honorable senior botep no my wo botep no wi na honorable nka pese bisa no ye wi ada
Everybody who knows me knows I don't drink alcohol. Leadership of the new Minister for Food and Agriculture. Everybody who knows me knows I don't drink alcohol. Leadership of the new Minister for Food and Agriculture. Everybody who knows me knows I don't drink alcohol.
Me who? Well, it is the same way.
WikiLeaks, you know. Yeah, this one penny be to wish you are not that we should.
Honorable, me say, me bacho mo amutie me no. Mo mra Facebook, mo hwe pa o man penny dia no no. Ah, yeah, mo bibia din. Ana e ka so wo hye bibia. But sa wo hwe pa, e dia pa no man penny na na dan kwakufa no. Wonom ana wo hye. Ye ka so wo hye o. Ana ye ka so wo no.
We dey mo no America fo nche.
WikiLeaks.
We be Ansah no.
But who say ye tie fo no. On betimi atrɛn ne aya na kufa do no sɛ na nom no so nom a wo tima trɛn na no so classmate da bi but on never shama wo nom de ka kyerɛ na yan treatment
oh me dey show na me
na unim ma me tie adwuma wa mfiri otaw na yɛmba fie medi nkɔbɔ of course and the state of the nation no ana da paso na watwe mi na ye betwe na basane srɛ Yabetwena basane sre ye kam say jumadi ni din the Citizen Show higher Accra 100.5 FM ye kam so say sika chede promo no ekoso ai ene ye che nipa bebre thousand Ghana cedis e ba begu phone sesi a mesra wunya no ba bia agi sika chede promo no eno ana benya no fa phone no dial star 413 hash star 413 hash star 413 hash. Now me kura nenti am yen say oh say mo hu me ache. Say na me kai na accident mu no for about 5 months. Me mai it ma bay nam so when mo ma me chase kakra. Me ne management kraka any characters unit of the national lotteries. Also to da ko yadwuma. Et me chobies ka 1000 Ghana cedis. For phone star 413 hash. What we? She say fear phone so ye bi. Yey on be dia jamo. Star 413 hash. Na choose Accra FM. What choose we? Afei follow the prompt and I tell you 1000 baby good phones is here. Ansah na me call to the next thing. Ebenezer Ben Ellis was a good afternoon Citizen Show. Kunalis Johnson Clifford was a Sona Liars address. Shaib Mohammed was yes, he don't drink alcohol, but he chew do. Francis Kate do mepe or say me dey what kind of make we we as I true we am to make alcohol. The make Facebook messages. Mary Adam, or see the old man is shameless. Oh, Mamunyasa. Oh, Mamunyasa. Patience of Furry. Or see, but ask him if he has smoked the thing before. What thing? And Sakura no Mamun Fabakunisha. Johnny Fodjo, or say, a cron forbine must root out, nothing more. That's right. Western Anado, who knows you don't take alcohol? Oh, Massa. Okuhunisa na Kufa to take alcohol away. Bozet Kwasima, who message? Ni boy Jefferson, my home message. Makamamu in good time. Christiana Boating. I'm going to do all those messages for you. But Mami Kamu say, Oman Penin Kasamno, or Beso the economy has been robust. But for some intrusion of COVID-19 be and Russia, Ukraine former Kuntokwa, and yet, and no, let me hear BBC. You see, Ukraine. Yes, I can't say they have given out wheat. Exporting wheat to all countries more than any other country. Ukraine, no, and I am speaking on authority. Say, yeah, can't see car. The exchange rate. One of them, yes, strong. The Russian ruble. No, extra Ukraine so untokano. It's how shall we continue? Say, yeah, because Ghana, Ukraine, being Russian to 20. In 2016, yeah, 2 minutes this year. Now to dan kwa kufa the mobile. One be jina simple so catch say see the na hata. Even before 2016, under the able leadership of Radefani Krensi of late meals, Nana Akufo-Addo can say 2 cedis to $1. Now you're president at the time. Kobeka Ghana for say bye bye. Me boa. Oh, pa go. Saa time no na 2 cedis to $1. Oh dear, fast forward to 2016. Abra John Dramani Mahama ne team Efra by so no. Tell me here. Dada watch it. Tina Mudimiko school me can crash now. Now 2016 no cedi to $1. 4 cedis approximately. Ebi muka say 3 cedis 80%. Ma me fa mama to 4 bo. Na 4 cedis. Saa time no na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo ne o ma state of the nation address. Ni nia kenoforiata. Through demonstrations and other series of talks, because we are a country of talkers. Kujira simpie su bebre. Eka say one no ye see mo hata me no ka say ene ye exchange rate edu 13 cedis. Ye dia ma ye 12 cedis 90 pesos. Ene who here cedi mako do miensa ansa no wanya $1 baako. But in 2016 now here cedi a 9 ansa no wanya $1 baako. Fast forward. Ye the exchange rate to nchen inflation rate kyerɛ sɛ wokɔkɔtɔ deɛ ɛwɔ dwam na sika bebree ɛdi adeɛ ketewa bi akyi na the inflation rate under John Dramani Mahama ɛyɛ ɔhankyɛmu dunum akyiri pɔ 9 15.4% in 2016 asɛm a mekan agumitiri na meka kyerɛ wo paro kyerɛ no korɛ wobɔ Facebook ahyɛ na no korɛ nkɔ yɛka no korɛ kyerɛ tumi obi atimi nyɛ obi ahwe wɔ kurom ha yɛnyɛ obi ahwe ɛna me no ka sɛ inflation rate yes, I year and about 23%, but a Kosura could do 54% some time back. Mami for non tunche. Ya debt to GDP. Mahama mo time. Net debt to GDP. Aye or hanti chemu eduonum 9 54%. And some ya mekai. And yes, somewhere ya bosrem kan sam. Opa me say and internet inti will be our phone. 54%, and I can say it's hovering around 104% debt to GDP. Senior list over Makwaba. On my woman, ya war, and I will rub on me. I say borrowing is a lazy man's approach to governance. Naturally, say, Bumaya, Bobie Sembe Bra, just say, Usukwa don't tell you who be that. Sabrano, ne free Kwame Kuma Bresso, Bessie Mahama, Neaka. 120, it is 122 billion. My family to football, 122 billion. And I mean, what I say, Ghana, yeka, approximately 600 billion. Now, I don't know Ghana for me, sir. I buy a debotechi, young farmer bana. Why do we do that? Why do we pretend as ostriches? As a sabi, penny be disu dia nipa. Now, me come watching in nipa. That nonsense of tribalism must stop. I beni nipa, watching nipa. Asantini nipa, pepe nipa. Irrespective of where you come from. See, the 2 minutes, sir, we must hold you to accountability. As we know, John Dramani Mahama mo time, my friend Sidney Murphy. Oh, no, sir, or mine a bedroom baby, a home battery. Ain't what the stabilization fund. Send a buyer, and the Mamuyadia, Yabacosa for Makojiska. I'm told about $270 million or so no job. Sa stabilization fund, COVID by no. How no medical is free. What is stabilization fund? And Ghana, next some wedding. Apart from that, what is the sinking fund? Or man penning for Moody can go is it 750 million? Yes, dollars. Sasikano. Now it was say, ye tia who see who causes your bet yes canary. Eti abra or man penning mills. Any man penning Mahama Bayano. Make us see a tia Sasikano. But young ye bedi dia Koganeskam. Eti what we call the sinking fund. Sa sinking fund no and it immediately sa omampani Akufo car or koboye from Amononino. This is what we call transformational and visionary leadership. Me, I'm not spokesperson for John Mahama. I will not be speaking for John Mahama. But no Ukraine say as a journalist, you're trying to Ukraine aka. Kroma journalist Anna ya attacking Crawford. Say bitakra say omni to me. Ya attacking Crawford. Yentua taxes mom. But anyame. Kwame. Doom so when solve it. No, this is a question we must all answer because na ku for the speech ni nyina. Utie ne okano a come here kwa say asom na solve doom so bi. For the last 7 years we've had a robust electricity and order. Look, go and research. As of February 2016, no doom so was solved by the former administration. Kwame, can you play this tape briefly? Who can oforiata tape no ana kumia tape. Who ba ko kra boma me. I say even Dr. Bamiaka said John Dramani Mahama cannot take credit for solving them so. Unya ba kwa is okay.
So the President's House has, shown us all of these.
Yeah.
he deserves some credit.
Well, I have said to you that all of us can see that the energy situation is fairly stabilized.
Right.
All of us can see it.
Right.
But when you go on the propaganda bench, that this is the fastest mobilization, it's as if no government has done it before. So that's where the problem comes, the propaganda.
So the President's House has, shown us all of these.
Yeah.
He deserves some credit.
Well, I have said to you that all of us can see that the energy situation is fairly stabilized.
Right.
All of us can see it.
Right.
But when you go on the propaganda bench, that this is the fastest mobilization, it's as if no government has done it before. So that's where the problem comes, the propaganda.
So the President's House has,
of MPP. But
shown us.
Famiko, either Dr. Bamia and Peter Mewu. Yes, Famiko Peter Mewu. Okay, my no sooner ready. Ye 2 minutes this year.
Has,
of MPP. But
shown us.
The minority have asked in the last few days that how much capacity have you added since you came? All the fantastic capacity that your mama left you, they say. You haven't added anything in the last 2 years.
Capacity in terms of what?
In generation, in megawatts.
No, we have not added any generation capacity within 2 years.
Okay.
Don't forget.
So you're relying on the John Mahama capacity, the John Mahama megawatts.
There were a lot of existing megawatts. They have signed almost about 23 PPAs, which is uncalled for.
The minority have asked in the last few days that how much capacity have you added since you came? All the fantastic capacity that your mama left you, they say. You haven't added anything in the last 2 years.
Capacity in terms of what?
In generation, in megawatts.
No, we have not added any generation capacity within 2 years.
Okay.
Don't forget.
So you're relying on the John Mahama capacity, the John Mahama megawatts.
There were a lot of existing megawatts. They have signed almost about 23 PPAs, which is uncalled for.
The minority have asked in the last few days that how
Sam, when MPP are Sam Mahama and Soviet no Soviet, Sakufa and Soviet no Soviet, and I make kind of crowd say, the former administration is Soviet. Now where MPP for Omokasano Creno. Alan.
Mr. Speaker, the two main issues confronting the sector are firstly, the excess electricity generation which was procured during the NDC regime from independent power producers, including emergency power producers, at exorbitant prices under flawed take-or-pay contracts. Currently, according to the Energy Commission, the country has installed power generation capacity of 5,083 megawatts, dependable capacity of 4,593 megawatts, and peak demand, Mr. Speaker, of around 2,700 megawatts. So, Mr. Speaker, our installed capacity is almost double our peak demand. Notably, 2,300 megawatts of the installed capacity has been contracted on a take-or-pay basis. On average, Mr. Speaker, less than 40% of the contracted take-or-pay capacity is actually used, meaning that we are basically throwing away money by paying for the remaining 60% of excess capacity, which we do not actually consume.
Dr. Bamia.
Whatever you may say about how he described what they've done, the fact is that we now have a better power situation than before. And members of your own party have admitted that yes, they've done something.
And how long is that sustainable?
Well, they've solved the problem. They said they would by the end of the year.
Emergency power. They don't understand the problem.
We've always said, and this thing, when this government came in, there was no doomsday. They inherited an economy without doomsday.
But we've had it periodically throughout the years.
But they inherited an economy without doomsday. Doomsday really started in earnest 4 years ago. So they, through their own financial mismanagement, that compromised the balance sheets of VRA and others, ECG and so on, caused doomsday. We always told you doomsday was a financial problem, and they denied it. But once you then bring in resources to bring in emergency power at very, very high cost, again, car power and so on, these are sole sourcing procurement that took place, and the cost of those things is very high. So when you cause a problem and you've given me a temporary solution to it, and you expect me to give you credit, you must be joking. You have caused the problem. You should be solving it. I'm not going to, you've dug a hole and filled it and say I should praise you. No, you should have done much better. You know, that's this temporary solution is not. Listen, we have lost so much as an economy over the last 4 years because of Dumso. People have died because of Dumso. You've lost in 4 years about $3 billion in this economy. So much unemployment. And it's really
near Oswabu Dumso, we Urabamia, Ankasana Ekasa, near Hame, Ella General Hospital. Nana Kufa saw the 28 months baby. Ready who also behind over. Hey, Nasaka Ghana for your better yaba. What do you say? You better have 7 years. Say ya boost cocoa. Na gold for oil. Menoka say a fiasco. Also one DC, one factory, created about 170 jobs. I went for Napco 4, Yentimintum Kaidom Kaba 4 months. Apart from Napco, teacher training allowance, Amoji 10, teacher training for Yentuam Ka, nursing training for Alawama. Not Ghana for your 1 million bed dada. I mean, what look, unemployment rate, it used to stand, I think, 8% during John Muhammad time. Menoka say about 14.5%. About 30% of youth or more. And Menoka say any juma. So what is it? And you're traveling through Mukura Kwame. It has to do with the fact that, and Menoka say, Nana Kufuor, in all our hardship, I increased the size of his government. This is the first time when we saw Mania, Minim say all finance ministers, Mienu. Nya minim say usually your finance minister kra obakwa the presidency minim no no ye. But this time around your finance minister local, I also finance minister international affairs or work no for yata. Hey, ti anyumu am deserve ye. Anyumu ti anyumu no ani. Ye ba be adwuma. Me na no to da ko ye tie. Yes, why you're down, what will it be? Yes, yes, yeah. That's right. Aha. Tia Samro. Samro at the power. Yadin Boko. Near be Rasunan. And they are yet to Makasa. Yako. Aye. 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 And none of me here. Aye. Was it when and Crofuano and only a ne and one of me here. Menoka say, Sima Adunum Nai Abo Apa Nomi and Saho. Jumedi anything did a citizen show here on Accra 100.5 FM Midin. Ade Nana Utu Dako, my film pass, and I'm carrying over 5 months. Montemano, either on radio, on TV. But of course, in the name of Christ Jesus, I'm back for good. Especially when it's an election year, we are here to expose the lies. All right. Honorable Ashama, Honorable de Soka, Honorable Ashama, actually, boom, Anna about him, former member of parliament, or Hanum Sanso, Anna Nana Poku Listowell. na na poku listo ska forma pa poku no uti ahu say yes o free scam na o hanem a ye be din komo na mo so ama join wo Facebook no emrepam ye be kan mo messages no nyina ama mo but mesre ade ba ko mo do yenti na mo hwe enti mesre obi a wo Facebook bia mesre mo anka mo share ma me me pacho obi a enkope link no mo mfanto mo WhatsApp pages na mo share ma me mesre mo a Before, no more Kwabena, and say, yes, who say, Senior, list to any say, this is the best State of Nation address. I mean, you don't need to tell me West. And over. So honorable by idea. But honorable who says, me say, no, but many can be said, dear, no. I think say, no. Nana so no Marco, that would be anything.
Oh. Say obi owa mamini kan chetie for na menche honorable. That's right. Honorable ma feel papa.
So ma feel pa ufoni nkwa na mi da so na masasha.
Na na otu so me mo akwa ba bio. De nyamiase mo abrabo ne wonkwa. Akra FM. Nkwa ne hia. De bia de ameka che obi bia ne se sebi sikane jitene nioma sebi ahunya de ne nioma ne nyina no uni nkwa na se wo bia the crap nipa sebi yen se hwe ne nyina yesa de no nti yen ne nyamiase ema nkwa sebi odi a chen na me nsa mo akwa abase na wie me te wonka na mani age say it's a voice that I have really missed. Na me enkoso enshraw.
That's
it. Then I mean me ni bibia me nom secretly.
So
me ni bibia in my life I me nom secretly. Oh na wonu mu hwimpo na wadwene da otirimuni. Oh sa adwene no ye adwuma te se de me na fodwe wadi mfie wo hane du enwotwe me na otifie. Yeah. And he's still growing. Na dwen ye adwuma che akufodo bebre. Nti nyini ana obi betimi de aye the reason why akufodo adwen ye adwuma. So wadwen ye adwuma hwesika abedi wonsam. Hwebra wo diskanabo. President Ben wo wiasim ho a wono ehia ne man ene ne manfo na odi oman ni sika ebe gura to prete said ye akufoado onum hwimpo ni onum nsa onum nso but obi enim se akufoado onum hwi no onum hwi eno dia no
obi bisa so nyina se ne zabekase
why then
obi bisa so nyina so ne zabekase
Wikipedia na catch se onum hwi
ai WikiLeaks now we adwuma
I don't have to work there. Some in your daily graphic and so
anyway, that's on a lighter note. Yeah.
What I say, so we any cocaine and I send a brabo.
Why?
Akufoado.
WikiLeaks the cocaine cow.
It does not matter.
It matters.
Now cocaine patient and I say cocaine addict. Cocaine addict be bien wa the man we asim hesono. Opa fe wiase sika nyina obedi ni nyina wiase aba be bon kro no.
No, you're not correct.
Cocaine addict.
Oh, that's not offended.
Enye onunko.
Cocaine addict.
Enye onunko. Enye akufoado nko. Kan ofiri ataka ho. Enu bone na aye o madwene ama o madwene nyina. Cocaine ni bie no a o shame.
No dear, you need evidence to that effect.
I don't come to speak for you or I speak my mind.
No, so mind no.
You don't have to provide me in
no,
but me a newscaster.
No, newscaster. But our mind no is also subject to Nyotia Kunyanum. Who is the moderator? What kind of WikiLeaks there no? Man challenge you, man challenge you because a WikiLeaks. But can for
WikiLeaks no. And you'll be a Jane and watch it. Miss Margin,
but it's verifiable.
Verifiable.
Yes.
Say.
And no some WikiLeaks.
I be more verifiable than say one who's a nipa way. Cocaine for Suban or the name we are. Then the chess.
And tell no there. I agree. Say obi that cocaine Suban there. It can pass.
I not just one
cocaine. Who evidence?
Evidence man a check na there be o meti hey na me kasa na obi e hu say
wo se wa feme me yanko
meti hey na o ne me your friend say di nkomoyi na o di nkomoyi nam left na me dey nam right o ka your friend say why chase me so me ka jollof adwini ya adwuma
ye ka fufuo ho asem o se ye tishe to ato fufuo so adwene ne adwuma
atino
watingo enye adwuma and cocaine fo abra abo no mo bo no cocaine ni ana me kan no heke no friata ni sei na wa ye ni nyina ye enubone opa so se me boa wo mra ne enko lab enchen wa ekufodo enchen wa me mo lab fo ni din but obi akudu afriki ko lab fo bi wo ho o me enko ne enko hwe ni mojem enubone
I know that we can say as a statement of fact.
Tio. Hana ma betina no. Se me de wadwene na ebe kasa. Enka me hu here.
No, but Hana betina no so no. We have what we call
defamation of character. Yeah, and you are not thinking for me.
No. So in moderation, no say cancer my factual, yes sir.
Factual is saying asema na mam
et wo kan no wo fa we paper. Wo paper ni. Wo kan weekly man challenge.
Paper saying
okay, doctor. Now you're the doctor.
What say by their fruits you shall know them. It's how you are speaking because by their fruits you know them. Anyone here na betraka. Abrabo mo bon cocaine enya cocaine ni abrabo na mo bon.
Abrabo ne de.
Ba ku bi wo.
Abrabo ne de ya sebum.
Ba ku bi wo. Kumase. Kojo bantima. Kojo bantima. Onu krampo a wonu cocaine ni v atetia panza no na adwen ye adwuma chen akufo adom. I'm telling you. For Kojo Bantima after so many years, 15 years, to have seen me just recently, I call your friend is saying Kumasi call your work and still
24-hour, you know.
Yes, working. Was still able to identify say Nepokuni no. Amesume who say bra atetia pansam pa na still otimi recognize him no. Kojo Bantima na adwen ye adwuma chen akufo adom. Kojo Bantima to ne shirt mu a wan to Ghana is longer than Africa. Onumpo a ayeno daily your friend is saying ade a wo ye.
Yeah. So why are addicted?
Why na there be na ade obeye wonya addicted a obeye sa. Anaga say woman penny wonya addicted. Cocaine ni bie no wo shame. Wo bo krono kra no wano o sere krono na wa bo no ofi say it's normal. So me akufo do a meet me kram pie state of the nation make us say me ho do eti no eno de ya me num de me num bibia and it's never seen
and also fancy
that be me bibia no me num bi.
That's right
because me num no bone
me say ni amenum no bi anim kroma
what you say
now abeju general picture me say okay or no so de na do say me di kan etuja honorable sir, you spoken to the matter already. Enti anka yankona na ipoku nhyase ana. Ana obi bika that be honorable dik wakambi.
Yeah, I don't have any problem.
Also on the onum bibia. Okay, enti na ipoku yanko nhyase.
My general view.
Yes.
Yesterday my expectation was he was not going to make sense. I've known him and I know say statement now be kind so no. Or the consultants for South Africa never trust statement no. And you know the realities of the Ghanaian the state of
now you just hear you man say.
Me say asima making pacho quote me
or the consultant free.
Me say statement now be kind no. Or the consultants free South Africa. Wow. South consultants now omo na manage Baumia. Now they are managing the two because they have seen say the government has become so unpopular to the extent say oko election Baumia ne highest obenya 33%. And no crowd no lecture so more.
Okay.
33%. And so to attract some more votes in order to get Baumia the unlikely victory no and in the John Mahama can amana popular no on status so on so be can be and until no hwe ya Baumia statement no be kan ye no it was a prelims of Akufo-Addo State of the Nation. What you say? Why is Akufo-Addo now calling Baumia the digital man? He has never said that until today. What you say? So eye consultant ayako han no omo South Africa sanko for na nemre bi omo your friend is saying finance committee ebeye Mackenzie beye Jumama finance ministry no and for the first time in the history of Ghana we had a finance minister who had gone to take a consultancy omo no adwuma no on his behalf.
Okay.
Ayetri omoka. And so it's a rehearsed and a well planned agenda and omo execute. Ntini ye catch Akufo-Addo say wokwa akoka say ba omi anso wokwa akoka say se na be ya mumienu no you be on the same page. It is statement no it was written by a South African consultant.
Ava me ya chwedio. Wonim say owura ba me ya be ka say we meet.
Yes.
On your driver.
Yeah.
Wonim say ene meeting na Akufo-Addo o kan be say the executive mandate lies in the presidency until the buck stops with him.
Yes.
Not just say confirming about me can say my emblem about me.
Yes.
Now failure be I am firm Akufo me yate asem na kan aspa.
So you see he forgets say and you see everything the consultant is telling them is to contradict their own previous views.
Okay.
So as to make them look in the public say boneno de yaye failure anaba bibi bia esibia no ama ye ho afono mu a sese no moye no okay munyingu me Akufo-Addo so.
That's right. That's
because
right.
me no makwete say obi a
bola
me na me sese no mampe obi ama na mesi ma na mu a me ho be kire me nti me de me kra bo afore say munyi bibia mun blame everything
on me
say na be ya ba wo mi a succeed me no succeed me wi a yentimi ama mehwehwe me ntwom because Akufo-Addo cannot account for 10% of the money he has accrued over the years. He cannot.
Yes, go.
No, me say 10%. He cannot account for it. They have stolen more than 90% of the money they have accrued over the periods 2017 to date.
Wow.
They have the monies they have is a national security threat.
And their fear
is that a new government will take over and make sure they uncover the rots.
That's right. That's right.
And make sure, sir, some of them are jailed. And the rest who will not be jailed, the monies will be taken away from them and there will be nobodies.
Wow.
Some of the monies, they tried taking them abroad. And until now, okay, the Belgian government at the bar say Ghana for intimi emfa your friend is saying yentimi me account BM Belgium because account I be in the name of Ghana no a family and friend kababi and manage account no it is scale rem
for money laundering
into your account for the first time in the history of the world you carry account to mu Belgium.
How?
Accra FM.
Some of the monies, I don't know, Akufo-Addo high private jet now, or this kind of go, your friend is saying, island so. Baby, Sikani Hun Kuntebu, now will be our tax haven, directors of a company crown almost mean disclosure.
Only right class
for the first time in the history of Ghana, Yanya will be a no save or tax haven, a finance minister.
Can you imagine?
So, the first day, me call air after Akufo-Addo had sworn in 2017. What I said was, "Oh, we for one ma, I just will be here." No, we come. That popular quote.
John 10,
I said it because I know Akufo-Addo is a thief. I know that it's well rehearsed and it's a plan for them to execute. And the other this for after Bawumia Kasaye. Now, Omo try to want to sympathize with the Akufo-Addo. Say, Bawumia is trying to blame everything on the Akufo-Addo. And you know, Akufo-Addo, Omo Mobono. Now I was laughing.
A strategy
because it's not a strategy. It's a stratagem. They are doing that to outwit their opponent.
It's a better mobile.
It's a better mobile. Now I say, but they have planned that in the house for Gabi to come and tell you, say, I am getting out of the domestic politics. No, a plan. A planned in the sense that Gabi, ne hu he MPP mu, ne hu bufu Ghana ha. And if he is seen to be part of Bawumia campaign, I bet destroy Bawumia campaign.
Right, Ansah.
What I say? So, and the family should be distanced away as if Bawumia is his own man. No, Bawumia is under the dictates of the family. And it is the family that brought that consultant. And Untino speech was written by that consultant. Our manager Bawumia campaign. So before Akufo-Addo came to read the speech, Bawumia was aware of what he was going to say.
Unim said initially a Babontin. Then Crawford said, Adena, why insulted the intelligence of the president? Ama some tape big crab Babontin, as he said, or my penny can use a tape in the bath house. Or my penny say, what do we gain when we seek to bastardize our own government?
So you see the contradiction.
Yeah.
This is during that tape was during the primaries.
Okay.
And now he was insinuating it at Kennedy.
So he was being prophetic.
And consultant neighbor and also there be Kennedy Japan is popular because he is saying what Mahama is saying.
That's right. That's right.
He's becoming popular because he's behaving like an opposition leader. And for Bawumia to become that popular like Ken, you have to behave like John Mahama.
That's right.
Who is the opposition leader?
Ghana for them who say, "Oh, how no?
Yes.
Okay, Mamu blame me because president."
The consultant is so foolish, sir.
Okay.
One thing Ghana hanum na ye to petrol board den ya ye de COVID tax as ato so no. And kamene consultant na metu aban ne for say tete nuama so wo de dada omo say ma tete nuama so o we ne Bawumia in an unlikely event or we ne a no must hijack one hijack system one hike no.
Yeah, say no mo ye electricity ni.
Omo ye okay.
Ye ma
free water, free way. That is Ubia and Kotigana ha. They could be feel how the Ghanaian feels and as a residents of Ghana feel.
Okay.
But because one thing Ghana ha no tablo change, you know, or they say and you know they don't tell the consultant the truth. Typical of Ubia where the trust sama wabe chronic liar.
Pathological liar.
And you know, nipa krono or kokura mpo a se niti na ya ni ya o se bio me nine. I can be more baby dement mama.
Of baby with you. Honorable, so baby with you.
It is any young can crowd. So
if I never so born.
I was in you.
As honorable ni mini anymore.
But you see, I think say Akufo-Addo has done himself the greatest damage. And he will go down in that. Had I known in no time, he would realize that no, I've done myself more harm than good. That is, if in a likely event God and gets him to begin to reason. I can see a man who doesn't reason in Akufo-Addo. He fails to think. People are thinking for him, and he's thinking that the thoughts of the people, no. Unlike David, that would be able to both a man to the presence of parliament, no. If the minority was in a protest trying to get him to correct his bad behavior, intolerable behavior. The president. Yes, the minority for no. How many times haven't they preached things that could have helped this economy? So Nkasa minority for can even about e-levy. Even about some of the things that Omoa preaches say men yet or say no bamia so be yefri. Sika hodwa na you see onyansa ni ben otin tesu to for more no den touch na mafa. Sometimes I don't say obi a Jimmy Keke. That means also a mate. You see sometimes I don't say obi a Jimmy Keke. Sebi ona na yo papa yo hene. Sebi o ka asem to for more so den touch na mafa. That be your hene. Na sani nyesa. And I'm not describe almost say there were only 2 categories of human beings in this world. The first category was the person be true book. Oh, okay, and you let me plan about how to write the book, and so or think it deeply. Then why execute you? But I could also there be my main true book new year. Be we are not my dream who say book be and and person be true. The latter is a fool. The latter. Look at when you were writing your book. You planned. You want to write something about Africa in a wheelchair. And the book was planned.
That's right.
You knew what you were about. How do you now personify Africa in a wheelchair? Africa is confined in a wheelchair. And where is Africa heading towards?
You're right.
What am I saying? So you planned it before you wrote the book. You did not write the book before planning. What am I saying? And that is what Akufo-Addo has done over the years. Oye bibi wie Ansah no akodwe ho say e dey ekra na mayi for 4 minutes we first. And you know you see I'm sad. Say me Ghana ni ne. Me feel so sad. Me raho. Because I say presidency no offer nim na won nim na yetunufu na wonti e boat onu a wonim yetunufu so wonti na tio say ufutufo ne hwan ufutufo ye kronfo o first advice Akufo-Addo appointing ne osafmafo wo ye kronfo a Ghana ni bi anim say o ye Macmillan thief kronfo the albino has been characterized by thievery. From day one, the first bond you shared on my euro bond 600 million. Ebedru $1 so it was a euro bond. Obedru Ghana no dollar so and my dollar no stabilize for a long while. What we call 2.25 billion templating bond. First TV I buy no. No more the Busuan more Maton town. They were looking for money to make sure they get the things back. For example, the Societe Generale, a friend is a hotel, na isiwa a Ringway Hotel, na Akufo-Addo papa dia. Nipa ko sisa bear sheet, nema me coffee and tea, just give me breakfast and bed. He could not manage the hotel. He sold it. How can he manage an economy like Ghana? Akwese obi a waton fufu aboka. Now say there be me the kwa kotena provision store no. Fufu no na obu hu kunta we wadromo waboka o say obetimi manage your friend say provision store milk nyo na ye no akase ne mame entity so mame entity me nsa so meboa how can such a person be fruitful in government? It you know one oni nimde na adia ada Ghana for, and I think they are trying to master the craft. The skill of oratory. When you say Ghana ni bi ehu broni a odwen se wote brofo.
Asa na police ni kracho na kan brofo ha be ko esia.
Yes. Ghana ni bi adwen se obi a otimi be gina badwam kenkan yo mate se de Akufo-Addo kenkan ye no. Enu ameka asem bi. Opa Akufo-Addo statement ya wakan. Yeah. Busa ne se paragraph 1 e de na kan ohun.
Ohun say.
Onim opa ye comprehension ne. Opa ma journalist Akufo-Addo. Na on bushing say Akufo-Addo, what was in paragraph 1 of your statement? Ni refi onima de kro. Opa busane about anything about the statement no. Onima de kro. He just is a very good reader. And he has a skill. And he has mastered the craft. And until Ghana phone him say the way our kind of brofo, the way our kind of papa na kan no so for no minim ne din arisha na obejo ani ye ne former sorry no monji title so that Church of Christ, former Church of Christ, Penny
on, okay. So that craft now, your friend is saying the mastery of the craft, no. And no, I'm a nipa baby, I dream, almost say. But and then now the reality is done on the Ghanaian now. What who say? Say, Papa, when you tell the disappointment is huge. And until and no makofa consultant, but you see,
now this year,
me this year, no. I would advise all of us. Hwɛ amemu enya ya fun yare eno aka se me yam ya a wo nkwa na ofili otuma se se eye ni yare enso a sebi wani yo ya wo na ofili ba we de eye ade a sebi ubu man a ye de ani kosua ehu se ade we na papa we aye etene se jo mama say was sorry akọ round na what send in Nyoma waya obi abehu. You see how it has been difficult for Akufo-Addo to even account for his still worship. So obesen afa was say or kwa akoye ade bi a omofre no the omde buy tracker tracker Ansah na ono atre
development
waya yeah tracker doesn't tell the Ghanaian what you have done.
That's someone tell me any
what be tracker be 2020
COVID-19 tracker.
Emma, baby, omo can say, omo see one district, one factory.
No, I know your delivery tracker.
The first one, yeah. Tracker no. Oh yeah, no. O see me see that way wa ha. Yeah. Wo dim say wo twa nkran front row. Na ebi a o see me see no bowling. Na bowling for akogina asase so. Omo see won boa hwe ni ha.
Yeah, me kai.
Me am crew man kasa o see was 10 seater toilet.
You see?
Ba na nya no kure.
Man kasa sad enu na opon crew ba ebe kasa. Oh, there are mistakes in that. Me kasa ze mu bua.
Mistakes.
Delivery trackers.
Their plan is to make sure say on entrench power. Now, me dey make two for back up as I'm the manuesi.
That's right.
Emma NDC. Say no me support to John Mahama. Emma ma dwen nye omo say asetremu how ni abenidie nti nipa ba ama John Mahama.
The adwuma atwa so mo ye.
Great at working to get every vote.
That's right.
Including that of the flag bearer.
That's right.
They should make sure say the Ghanaian goes to the pool and elect this government out. Because they say they are the only hope we have. So Oman yire omo na enkofo we entrench power. And making sure say they steal the votes to win.
Then the opposition forever.
Then and yes, opposition forever. This country, Cecilia is on her knees. Then it will just enter the grave.
All right. Nidin de Nana Poku pass the hour of 4. Midin de Nana Utu da Kumitrem ama Kwabena Bobie Ansah honorable. Uka honorable anache senior board Trimwa one please Ebu Emmanuel Ashama.
Yeah.
And so fear them but honorable Ansah na beba no ye nuanum bi nso adjoining on Facebook ye no man unborn generations 4 River Boy Johnson come. I was bored with his deceptive accent.
No, they Michelle no TV susa and picking things, putting them together. Senior minya ekaye, minya little esikaye. And as a marketer, actually some of the loopholes and you deduce, you know. Now Michelle say hunusa. I first gave Nanado name a Hansard terrorist. Parliament has a document that is called Hansard. Okasa we say no, it is going to be in the Hansard forever and ever. And I studied this man till today. No, I realize he's a Hansard terrorist. Near MPP for Ayeni Ninano, Ube Kaya last year, Openya Mwakwata, actually say why 10,000 kilometers of roads. Enye nukre. But at the Hansard Musesia, they have not taken it out into 50 years to come.
But said the Hansard Musesia nukre. Parliament recorded
when we are debating. You
just make reference to.
No. The person who believe MPP for Christ started you so say President can say we constructed 10,000 kilometers of road. NDC for one challenge. They've started. So that is why I'm calling them what? Hansard or calling Hansard terrorists.
Okay.
Or the Sembonia Sheho Niama Wanyen or Jinaho Kasa. You can't take it out because all Kasani now machines no air capture. And they are going to, even if they debate, they are not going to delete those informations from the Hansard. Inti or their bakosem boni e dia share Hansard mo eko. Inti ebasa now friend no akokora boni.
Okay.
E cheso nim se niema all kanu. Enye nukre. Today too the same thing. Osa ye. O kansem bia and or say nanado kase.
Okay.
In the Fourth Republic, there is no government that has done that job. No, the entire enunti na wa frame ha as a semi canto amount for trim. Saka sanya na moto no e magana ochina dachi ochina no e ba be say, because that is what our children are going to read. The political science students know let's go and pick the Hansard but he's just giving us vague information. Now let us go into a bit of nitty-gritties.
All right.
What was it? Okase as executive, no, the bar stops with him. Do you get that? Bisa say Argentina na nado kasa.
I don't know one can 4 years ago.
Nientia Okasa say from the beginning. The minority and well-meaning Ghanaians start to pinch holes in the work of Baumia. Why Baumia? Because Nanado di Baumia bechere Ghana for say he is an economist. Onu nebo mampenyi kufo amana ma dollar ye 1 cedi to $1. Do you get it right? Inte nunti na wakofa no every Bank of Ghana. Ediba sene yesika samunu ebe jina ho uye juma na wanya sika nyamfa so amanfo bonse mano. Otumi you see Baumia edi breaki the constitution of the MPP. Emra Baumia enye member of the MPP nu nanado foresee ya mama nu membership card. And then by force nu osi odinu ye vice presidential candidate. All because of economics.
By force, so I'm trouble winning.
Debbie. Or force first. No, we don't vote for the. No, I'm talking about the time they pick in 2008.
For running mates.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for running mates. You know, we force it. I say, and now MPP constitution.
I agree because me can say. Nanado the neighbor no, there were a lot of objections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nano him in Toka video no ho. Intibe say from the word go he uses Baumia to abuse the MPP as a party number. No. Say no so what's that Gina say on the president too? And any panel of the Gina. And now a wa share no ye catch and say Bosh and Tia Nanado Liu Bano. Adiano ansipi ansita. Yesika some afe mum na say. Inti Ukranu ye diwa ye hurada kake.
Okay.
Yes, I said, Nana don't tell me to say, Moon fast warning in Ano and Fabo in the Muda dying. Muda dying. Now let us move forward.
But before you even move forward, you know, my Diako school. You said the vice chairman by economic management team.
It is
you formulate and implement policies. I remember our economy agent. The two Bejam me ho catch them say you were meta. Are you rendering?
He's incompetent.
Because yes, I know so much less as a Ghana for you.
That is it.
Yes, as a Ghana we don't.
Omo person mu catch say Jimmy. It is say who catch say in the whole this is the mathematician. Mun yina no da obi say course be na ya won why Ghana say you per mathematician. This is the mathematician. Say akuntabo no anya yie. Na na do say my emblem ni for the chere. Say onu na mathematician na emblem no onu ba na na do ye RME.
Fado. Ade no de ko share Russia. Sapre na na kufa do am ye hunu say the backstop
it. List to assemble say o man kofa consultant. And now I got trouble. So send a moon corner. I didn't know you were break nusu. But then for you engineer, the decision for
at least to work as empower.
Yes. Yeah. And listen, these are the analysis. The decision for 2024 election are hitting that I will be at you. Actually, say the economy is your pocket. Period. On my venue go for say shower sitting on my head. Nan tuaba. Aden it when you know sabisa who say nana do say di ma ba me a onye mate economist oya economist onye ICT person e ba mu say na ye mfama ba me a indi grofo me enu omo ye kananafo e na mu na we dru koda we na wa share white we also dru puno cha na wa yi white through the ma we na wa share right sa
maybe Sakura say it's not just Esther Kufra na juma eden.
The
Esther Kufu as Minister for Communications said digitalization
on fan who say or twane nine now that to me no no I confuse one I put to me on John
because if everything digitalization is Bamia, then communication ministry yen twem faso de eniso
yeah akosifo fa we economy na me me fa me light no go hokra omu ye kananafo so that is what we should see. Another issue ni say bisa who say in there say na nado kasa fa go for oil
yeah
ba mi aya de go for oil no aboaye ite ba mu say ni how does this make a mother who is in the mortuary how does this make sense
ya foul say we teacher wo chere Accra FM school ade
Ghana for
yes say be the problem thing and if I say brother chira de
enu nya se inti na do asem wo kan nyina se mumfa subo no mfa bo mi no ne o be ye bia inti do mu mahama obebi a we dey your cromfo we say mahama na na bebu o mu activities mahama no no na enim bebi a president se kan nyina afre and Ghana nyina free and a baby echo into the new president. You cannot. Experience.
Even in respect of Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
And yet they can offer aye nyina no. Criminal.
Yes.
Criminal.
Because I say cantonment mini Kenuf. He's part of that group. Yeah, what them to say ye bon combo. Ansah 2015 yen komodie no Kenuf. That catch me Daniel Kosi Ashama say banks doors for Ghana.
Hey, Ansah 2015.
I am telling you, have said this several times. People are not. Taking me serious. So I said this one is criminal. Senior Nana do Kenoforiata.
For 3 minutes we mamina.
To the extent. Oh, me feel self a grand
for five. Oh, cool. Why close to 20?
Oh, no problem. Senior Nana do Kenoforiata. Ama chairman sabun so atina chamber. Ama ni members ayanu ku. Eye Nana do ya. Inti oka say okay. I just say Nana do ku ya ba un say on to me. No. Ghana for say mu de mu ma mi na onwe IMF
Ansah
kasa ewo funsu whilst the proceedings are on here person approval bill on say mu ye din it is say papa mu you could have discussed this long time ube un say ebia chairman sabos be sorry on the floor of the house say oh baby amedru kra no ejuma no say me mba ntinu ye kokos kra no ye dwun say oh mefiri ho na nipa fufura ba we ye friend meeting.
Yeah.
Nana don't want to unleash his vengeance on him for being there for yes, remwa ejumana na ye media me kwa kurasi kra kokasa because in krofo we nu se no ma say Ghana akodru ye jaye omo because Baumia is a remote is a poodle of Nanado. He is a poodle. She has sent a mama analysis, chronological analysis. Baumia is a poodle of Nanado because Baumia was not a politician. Nanado forced to make him a politician. Baumia was not a member of MPP. Nanado forced that they give him card. Baumia was not qualified to become a vice presidential candidate in 2008. Nanado forced that he should become a vice presidential candidate to the dismay of the what? The elders of the MPP. Nanado Timusa osi Bamiana never sasidinu. Oye Vidia kiki out all their Lanchremantin supporters. Osa Sibe Dr. Sibe Afriko Forudia. Makesibe wa.
Finance expert no.
Ono Nanado ne kiki out. Minia ofri suhu as I say odom Bamia camp no. Opari Ansah. Nanado na kicking out. Doctor Oye road minister Omampenyi Kufuor time. Dr. Nani. Nanado na kicking. All these people are mentioning they are Alan Tremantin supporters. Inti wabubu Alan Tremantin mpochre ni nyina. A vindictive president we have. Inti ni omu yendenu eye consultant ni note nu enomu fasu. But yahu dada because you promise us and deliver this person to us. Say, onu no beba solve your economic problem. How can I blame an RME personnel, religious and moral education for economic woes? I must blame an economist that to show us that is the reason why we should pay him.
No, especially when he's the chairman of the economic management team. When I can go blame on me.
Who's His Excellency Nipocho, you can't take every blame. The blame must go to the person that you say is a mathematician. Niyirio ya na tu Facebook kachira say unya mathematician. Why read the RME? Religious and moral education. Period. Minia.
All right. Okay. You know, Yanyasika Chadi winner first one. Ewa ahumano so. Ma yeneno indi and komo briefly. Hello.
Yes sir.
Senior, as our voice mwaya siri. Akoye. Atom. And then come where the radio swatch over 5 months. And me say na me cheskapa. Who be kura me say be chebi. Sound to be now what is that to me?
Me the 25 CDs.
Hey, I know that 1,000 Ghana.
We 500.
Wow, we have 500. Wow. Who are you from there? No, can say. Airport residential. Yamishra. Oh, senior till the day. Until the day. Hey, any SO Yaku. Where the no Mr. Usubet me this afar phone star 413 hash star 413 hash star 413 hash offer for now boy oda earlier choose Accra FM afi wa follow near obeka kire no eba begu phone so we bit me the 1,000 na unso edi okay eti ya bedin komwara na emomo yemfa aserakase kama papa ingredient wo mu anati mu se abua men kwada no wo honam ye brum kama emomo nyi kama pa wow na say mo fra bi ato ape o mu di yi misrawo top chocolate spread no hwe bi na mom na ne me dan so no say bi aso wa fa brodo mu so a obetimi anya top choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink no eno aso be mix eno bibia wo me da entinya fe na miniska no beto sugar miniska no beto milk da bi ɛnɛ ana awie wana so yɛasene a ne yɛdɔmas papaapa saa nso ana imboost herbal mixture posi ne aduro no ɛyɛ number 1 imboost immune booster na ɛyɛ immune booster ɛyɛ adeɛ ɛboa na wakarawa no ɛne onipa kwa ne nyinaa ma wo COVID-19 ba drui nkrofo bebree wohwehwɛ wɔ makyiri kwan a hospital square junction dankers one the enuro bi ababonten bright soldier capsules no boa libido papa ntim so ni atenka wadro ana mabosu Kwame Kwache producer ne obadwuma se nani age first ne nkoyi bra na adan o se matenka yi wo ye man bright soldier capsules bra ebubu bi no eti ene ubisa Kwame se Kwame de na onomu obeka cho se me die me no makọ na mum me no price soldier capsules Jones Pharmacy Kanishi Overhead King's Walk Herba and Hallows Herba or Kanshi Drag Lane a man from Pharmacy near a man from Adenta Dodowa Road Simon Herba Ashalobochi School Junction I think so na Herba ewo Amasaman Post Office Mr. Nyame Denso say almost provided world class ambulance service over to me from 0243 983 906 0261 651 896. So that was the first round. Sector by sector. Na yaka adwin. Jumadi ni din the citizen show. Metrema ma Kwabena Bobie Ansah midin. Nana Utu Dako. Stay on.
Hello there. Mumford Institute, accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) and affiliated by Regional Maritime University. 10% of the next graduating class who obtain their bachelor degree from Mumford Institute of Technology will be offered employment. That's some good news there. Some of the engineering and technology courses offered by Mumford Institute of Technology and Anand Technologies are electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, information technology, computer engineering, construction management, among others. You can locate us at Denta Barrier, Accra, on the Ebri Road, near Geowax, or log on to our website, www.mit.edu.gh, or email us, anan@mit.edu.gh, or anankm41@yahoo.com. You can also call us on 0243 068713 or 0531 366 247. Mumford Institute of Technology, the best. Hello there. Mumford Institute of Technology, in collaboration with Anand Technologies, is offering 2-year diploma and 4-year engineering and technology degree courses. Mumford Institute of Technology is accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) and affiliated by Regional Maritime University. 10% of the next graduating class who obtain their bachelor degree from Mumford Institute of Technology will be offered employment. That's some good news there. Some of the engineering and technology courses offered by Mumford Institute of Technology and Anand Technologies are electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, information technology, computer engineering, construction management, among others. You can locate us at Denta Barrier, Accra, on the Ebri Road, near Geowax, or log on to our website, www.mit.edu.gh, or email us, anan@mit.edu.gh, or anankm41@yahoo.com. You can also call us on 0243 068713 or 0531 366 247. Mumford Institute of Technology, the best.
a night of miracles and prophecies Ediaba and Sanctuary and Commission. Theme Adasuni, God is able. Reverend Sumfianko, Abiye, Unkoye Famano, what me to quite echo America memo. The Nana what they say, and they were what dear papa. A fee, the open promotion, a word you memo. I input woman list about Nani Dean Cameron. Yankopo Sheni, Dianu Yam, am you promotuno or enjumen. Or being so, yet Chinikum or Brana on your Bonibia. National, a bro what say Reverend Sumfianko can pet Unyame, a unikum, a free or Hawa, na owomu. Bra, na wabrabo en sada. Kwasiada way, and kwasiada bi. 4 p.m. Ewo Old Ashoman, Coca-Cola, Abloje, Ashoman, Abukobi, Kwanas. Friend 0240 5457 00 050 4678. Ba, wouldn't show any oil and a beba. Reverend Sumfianko, when Yamede was young Sanchani apart.
Dude, when are you watching? It's holidays.
Must I teach you everything? The OMG moments from documentaries and reality shows are still available for pay. The drama on the amazing local shows is off the hook, so the whole family can still enjoy. Don't get me started on the Premier League, UEFA Europa League, Serie A, FA Cup, and the WWE action for me and you. There's even fun learning stuff to keep the kids entertained.
To the living room.
This Easter, the joy never stops, so stay connected to entertainment anywhere with GoTV Stream or enjoy it at home. GoTV, love it.
Left, right, hey, hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huadeng. Refuse. A peja immune system na bribia ya yari antimu sasa die amanfo dodo onwa na di imbusaba mesa dodo ho dance yese enyarewa huru nipa enyina yemu ahyew nyina no ebo ye ho ban afiri ho enna wo mpo a omo wanyarewa ne dada no omo nom doctor enuro no Imbusaba Mesanoa and Momo Adin Pinti. Ya Womuntim Pose, Yaria Esyomo, Imbusaba Mesa, 208496. They want you to say, yeah.
Na so se obedija obesere na wasan ye biom ani dija sere na san ye biom ma wosika enkasa extra emma wa bra wodija e wo compute Ghana Prime Week promo ni mu benya price chenchirenchi e wo premium brands bi te se Samsung, LG, Sigma, TCL, Sony, Lenovo, Tecno enne keka wo bebre bosome we de memma sa adwedie empa ho kra na wochi we ko compute Ghana showroom bia na koto wo laptops, printers, TVs, home theaters enne keka wo bebre obetimi shopping online so at www.compute Ghana and our friend 0302 752 020. Compute Ghana Prime Week. Dija Sere na sanye biom.
All right, that's it. 54-minute parts. The hour of 4 citizen show. And when you go to our Wabe for Quantum on Facebook, so of course, Uti so Accra 100.5 FM. Meeting Edna no to the committee. I'm a commander of all commanders. Commander Boa Kwabena Bobie Ansah mpanyimfo se ne ade atone ni no enyo noa na uyi na yede yaw pa asieye eye akora ma meda fem na ayawre hosem pa tino yakopon yadom a match bosomeda toso mienu ye memene da na chese yinyina etwase yekọ na ye ne yewura ekọ kosu nti etiefo mo a modo yen mo a muti Accra FM, especially the citizen show. Sebita Frache, Kwabena metina nemo. Ti naturally say utia dodo kwanso no Kwabena na utie. Nti ade asone ni dia na twase nyina yeboa na ye popa ne ni ase ne suo. Nti ye fa okwan we so na yakai mu se eye ne maame eye oba pani nana akua dwomo ne na wotweda no. Baso dodo no afre no awu Gloria na chese se of amampon na baso asante mampon nti ebekoso wo eye Tunsum Palace eye aboboa ano hono mu a Tunsum Palace eye match bosom de tosomienu afim pinini adunu na imu na mpanyifo asode nkunya nso anisa eye na ofusu sapon eye mampon twafo hene ana daman hene nana akofo kudia otoso mienu eye chirim faso kwabena opoku dikan eye besi hene afei nana amu sian chirim faso hema eye daman nkwadum bretu abusua penin nana kwabena amoa eye former nadmo director eye mampon na eye mpanyufo a se o me yi paso mpanyufo no na se e manso a ma me ja chire enso ketra sanso ye business woman eye ma eye ma me eja wa chire nti se na me kan no nia ade atwenani no enyo no na oyi nti nyame yadomu a eye 2nd of March especially e ben kumase ene be mampondie nyina commander Buham Kwabena Bobie Ansah ne ma meda fom nyina nkɔboa na empanimfo mpan konfanko ne odisika konfanko na nyina yɛmoa na yie wo hoyi yɛmfa enya Ghana's #1 IT and electronics retail outlet dwumadi a wodie no dwumadi a ɛsombo na wɔtwe mu pa etwa sɛ usika no unya ɛso mfaso potokasem yes you need to get value for money na obenya sika so mfaso a na chese so wura kompi Ghana show bia na onim say a prime week promo this week is a prime week so you get to enjoy great prizes on premium brands they say Samsung, LG, Sigma, TCL, Sony, Bluetech. Ha me TV I'm using a Bluetech na kama papa kama pa and said that Semco, HP, Lenovo, Tecno, any other IT brands ubitimi adwene ho mesoro promo yi na wotwe mu a ntihwe ana ampa ho etwa so tuam di kan tente kompi Ghana won showroom bia okwa no akokoto favorite laptop, printers, desktops, toners and afi other IT related products ni nyina ubitimi anya bi afi home theaters, fridges and afi gas cookers, freezers, air conditioners, microwaves any ne keka ho nyina ubitimi enyabi se opo machidi kwan papa so dia ene aba for quantum ponting tank kase no so www.compugana.com ana frewum ewo ahoma tumfu yi so 0302752020 0302752020 ana betima WhatsApp 0243143143 mrepam sponsors aka so ya beda wonadi akyerewo eye yewura nana poku listo ewufia sanso na honorable Ashama enso ewufia no na afe no wadwani ya ye ka wo say state of the nation's address article 67 ma omampani ho kwan say okọ emrahye bedwam na afe bia oman yetibia ne ye bobre no se ni sika sam tutu yete ene se ne ene emeko no wode yasetene mu poten koto dwa did it capture your expectation honorable when are we here now? Okay, my main court na honum na segment by you shall seem free the education arena. Yen for education agree because can about 170,000 jobs be a year one district, one factory. I beg your pardon. A year planting for food and jobs at the Aba. Yen here who was 70 and can. Listo. Ma me shall see him free home. Okay.
I know too. I don't know. Say uni my dear friend confidence tricksters. You know maybe no mujina so etimi successful. Now normally no na you discuss omo but ye into your home, and so mostly no, they still have
their way and get away with murder. Because ma a man from whom is say omu okay, but ma omu dentia omutimi successful. What I say? Yes. So and then even with the education and agriculture sectors, me the bema Ghana for at confidence trickster. I say, okay. No man who say, and you'll be na bibi. Na ebu si akuna no di ti ajachirema. Yeah. On. Obia oye krofasa ni ya na nanom no from krofasa. Otimi enya wiawo wonema bese enson so de di kan. Obi owa oye greedy. Oye unipa mim for e kan nku na ke wiase bibia no ope enu nti obi begina saa de ne so e de adaadaa ama wadwena ye wo se oba na wo hwe ni sukuu no a utiti umoremu a oye so proud to be a parent no or jisa o pride no every one sem isan se wo parent a enka sabi obo bra ena bra ne koso na ekoyie ema wa bra bomu a enkanya yen MPP fo ena wo se ye be ka kire wo parent say yes ye be hwe wo ba ma because yen nyoma ye nyina da na di say ye capitalist no ne se ne say e wo se o manfo nya sika e bo bra nya omo ho na omo so ama etuotua ama obman so ayeyiye etuotua
investing into the private sector
now yeah the private sector di okay because you say it is the engine of growth to the economy eboa no correct enunti no obi bia wo yan MPP ni a oye too keen to discussing things that are social intervention no sa ni pakro no onye papa or a confidence trickster. Okay. And that is how a Kufado estimate this free SHS no adada awufo pi. Yeto subiem. Un say or you greed no. When him say we greedy. Catcher will say Obama uba suku free a ebe ya ode yes obeje you ni pakro no otimi ye naive okay obi o wa wonim okay onim details you say the devil is always in the details enu nti no obeje na wafa ofi se eyade pa ene ye ka ho asem say what did you catch us say? Details. Yes, the devil is always in the details. Suku yari. Na adwene ne say. Waka akufo do catch us say. Oba ko school no na eyampa so say obi wo ho no mu a e den ma no so be ko school. Na poor implementation of some of our facets of the economy. For example, the educational sector has scholarship for brilliant but needy students. Instead say you be better sector hono. Obi atro ya tro no e constitution mu. Ana obi ababe ya hu dede say ade e wo constitution ni mu dada na ye nyina ya gitum say ya kase e wo say sabi ye progressively free education na ye ebia ye ma obi anya school famekwa no okay ye friend is saying wonim remu enya se kufa hyew na se be ye free preko pempo
o sinka krenkakra
yes so the framers of the constitution no mu nim se woye no preko pa eti se de wa pause moja beba enne moja na eba no wo mu ahyeda ma akwete say ma akulane passe ye fa ngudo mahama ani mu ase
me catch them maybe na no me kukumase na o say free SHS na John Mahama ka ho asem no ebema omo ma ko free SHS ni bi no ento aba ma omo na I say no, I disagree because what can na ebeye se na ho ebi a wadwen ye wo say election hu hia e wo say ya we ni aba no by force and by whatever means na so no John Mahama asem a o ka no o ka to make a point say akola no oba be doctor ni so so wonko meboa obekọ akọ wie school abe doctor obewo panie ade e wo so wo sua na wen sua na wa pass no obe doctor asenya me nkwa na obe mpanie otima say enti wo ba no daachi ekufodo ono oyare a wontena ga na ha enu nti wo ba ne ba be doctor onwo ono ne panie ba wu na wo ya brewa na se bia wo nuanom wo fa ne wo fa nom ni nuanom obekọ akọ wo mo panie. That's right. You better so be doctor papa na obeba be accountant you better so be accountant papa na obeba be even engineer you better so obesi na ya ebe gina wa emum kum ni pa na Eneko universities ko he I have friends in you didn't did it bro for no tro. You didn't went. These are the grammar and planetro. Compare that to time one Sebio na six form. Compare that to even Rollins JHS and JSS and SSS. Now compare that to Kofo JHS and SHS. Compare WAEC to GAEC. Just because Corona pass me bana pass you or co-university. Refi say obana wa pass. That's it. Or compare Juma. Obetimi anya certificate ekura no but ebeye den say obi okrampo enya adu na wapo na ya pass no when chi ni pese nanim benya mu ofeli na nko yire ne husua no wo Ansah na wetimi akonanim but why do you say and you repeat akana namu a aban be sa abone okanti no you repeat obi a akola ne exercise no tikura pa yese pass no asa na nananum ne papa ne ofanom ne maamenom ne yen ene ye ma amede mfa mu aba okay say that part of us say John Mahama ko criticize exam sankwala no obi ehun say the best thing that na mimi nuanom ne mo fasifo yema na me tu omo say akufo do de odo ko me ye femi say do no present go
Let the young say a quaha, I be another time now, so you wa favorite na you nipa
or dishonest. And so confidence.
Nippon can correct.
Despite the Nema Ako GIS
FM.
Where we say GIS now, then the man Ako na we no. Obema neighbor free SHS.
GIS school fees in Ranabu and yet sin.
So, and then parents, like a parent, not but and now parents need who say no. And your tax keke na sabi and your free so keke because Obaniko school now a public institution no better if you bosom me Ansah. So 3 months no a cow be born a change the entire 3 years na any free SHS because subject piano so you see omoji 850 per subject until they multiplied by 8. What the Obani yard they crowd multiplied by 5. A year monthly. And you know, free SHS a year very good policy. But it is a car. If you have a bad driver in the most beautiful car in the world, which perhaps meant to be more careful to advertiser. Now with the driver wa born to say Kufuor driver banza ekotena steering wheel next year. That car that is supposed to be the nicest, the most whatever in terms of quality, in terms of whatever no. Ekosi car next year. Driving that car no where who ne car obeko beba no na car no ehwinhwan. Eno na ama free SHS in common ne kan ayedin hwe Michelle headmasters papa and they are being suffocated.
Don't you mean come?
Because we have a tyrant as the ruler of this country, and you know ama ayedin ama teachers don't even have
no mudin headmasters na go through. You say o free ama ye bum tisubo.
Yes. So I think, say, we should rather look into our hearts and ask ourselves the questions that, because a Kufuor oko school free, omoko university nyina a bank cracha omo jot, and I'm say after the tribunal, jot after the tribunal, any we know,
we don't. We don't need evidence in court.
We know. So you have school to university free. Omo akra ma se bibi papa bi ama. Ko school mu ho ko hwe ba bia nkolada.
Na aduane omudi.
Hwe aduane omudi.
Enipa be ye 12. And Friday to say kwan.
Yes.
Na am I betting?
What you say? Na enkola no omo kwantre ni miemia frofro ade
mama ofo ntwe ayo maduane.
Meanwhile, America now one of the biggest economies in the world, if not the biggest.
No mo krenye day school.
No. Oko boarding. Parents no, you have to pay for the boarding fees.
Yeah. Say prestige.
Feeding and lodging no, ubetia. But tuition there is free. Oko America, free. And you know, the best that any government could do is to review the policy for the quality of education.
That's right.
And yet to politicize it to make it look as if teacher ni na ochira akora na de ne se wa bon.
See I tan.
Wo say akora na teacher ni ne chira na de na ben. Opa that could be a phone lines no. Now under the guise of anonymity, my teacher for free.
That's where
my teacher for say when teacher ni amen free. Opekura me mo school din ma teacher ni nche
adeba kwai
no and I've done that survey
adeba kwa ma minya so
because no fast for Kobi
there were times
I had to not suffer to take me off as if for me from public schools to private.
You are right. There are near me going to say when you said to the beer and Mrum be do feel a dog so crassing from the Bissuan.
Yes, 3 months.
No Macusia there, there's a 1.5 or so.
Well, a bit with you. Your son Beko, say April, beginning of April.
Of our favorite rather areas.
You know, I suggest say, Yan Kasa, Yan introspection as Ghanaians. Because I remember when you say, Kotokone has, no, I can say, me party arena, intimeniaje. I remember no, Sebi, Abatwo. Who's so and a diamemu papa beba. About who's so and a diamemu bonnet to say Kufadu. A memu to say your phone yaria. Obia Kamuno. Eba. Now agriculture. Look, you see.
I said planting for food and jobs, you know, my boy Juma.
Yeah. A good for a criminal.
Why then?
Or a criminal.
Then why
you see,
a criminal?
They have stolen a certain money that John Mahama lobbied for.
Accra FM.
And they will call the friend is saying, Bonowa. Akwana no tiso say ya a Greek minister no. Efu awaye wo ho no. Afri yakuto. Efu awaye wo ho no ankasa no. He was a Greek minister unto himself. He has privatized public funds. He has privatized things that are supposed to have been for you and I. So I asked myself the question, say, so this thing could have been done
by the state.
By the state, or if not the state should sponsor for people to do it.
Okay.
At
least the government believes in capitalism.
It encourages the private sector in agriculture.
That's right.
But on kwame person minyanti. Unim say planting for food and jobs. Sikano, John Mahama the Koji free Canadian government will buy. It was 150 million Canadian dollars. 150 million.
And no na no youth in agriculture nana.
And that's for food and jobs.
And uncle.
Mahama time no
Mahama time no. For mechanical BBB, he was just going to get that money.
Okay.
To mechanize farming.
Yeah.
Now what he did was to make sure, say, within the arable areas, Ghana had TBB, a Greek, your friend is a mechanical centers.
Okay.
Centers no machines go. Ukwa your friend is a tractor or plower or sower or harvester or bibia or bibia person we bia no ko ho a efonu ne kakraka bia person do bia no omba bedo ama
wow
omunyo kapre
wow
ombe dua ama ombe harvest ama to omu wie harvest na ebi abro one bag 150 Ghana Mahama time na
okay
na se bia o car odi omu 1500 yesha ebi a wetimi ado abro be say 1000 bucks 1000 bucks no uyi 1005 dia kutwa machine car
yeah
when how I don't so cramp no one pam asase pen na bia akode buy we dey buy aye kodo yeah and bia seedlings
akabebu afa
enti Mahama plan no
they before be free akonya so
na fofia to ata na 2017 o free hwa na eno ne first sika ebedu Ghana ha ewe Kufuor apenso
and yet there's not been a single day Mahama has been credited
no not at all na danfo pa Kufuor na danfo na ne busuani pa so ne Ochamia Kutuba first time okoto awa no ma Ochamia Kutu senk we share papa
revered afraid about him ba Ochamia another one no Ochamia Bafu Akutu
yes Bafu Akutu no
yes
nimdie nyansa enye nwanwa nanso nwanwa say for the first time mehu so okoto awa no ma papa we kasa emre bi mini ko ye debate o GTV full security kwa wanti ase also the soldier for be gina border no wanti ase onima de cry for food security Oka me say me ne Professor Bedu Akosa. Me ne Professor Bedu Akosa me see e da form. As ye nunu yen.
O say full security dey there. Or the soldier for bet the
border. Doctor in agric economy o. Okwa doctorate in agriculture. But sometimes they buy it.
Yeah, and can beka no.
They buy the certificate.
Yeah, no dey encourage.
So, we sa plan na na ekwa John Mahama na. Senke ye this had ye no.
Very wonderful plan.
And I was starting say OCC.
Yeah.
Your friend is saying irrigational facilities. Ewo north. And no crowd when see we no. Now no call north. Me refi kroni din. That be I am say my friend Maji a kroni din. When you said they gave him a citation, say. I didn't crowd power when we no. Yes, omoya carrots no. When we o and so when you say farmers ne say omo ankasa timi enye sika kakra akoto pump. Baby John Mahama eye no. Ensuo timi begum. Ba omia also we 1 village 1 dam. There is not a single dam ene me do ko ho a obenya nsuo wom. But even during the dry season, you know, baby John Mahama shase no, they were doing your friend is irrigation. You can tell say me so I'm a poultry farmer. The poultry industry is collapsed by this government.
Is I said the animal be mom cry.
There be now ya kwa untimi nto. Untimi nto. Because a bro anakane no. Even John Mahama jai a bro no at financial 150 no. So you say a bro no.
Yeah.
You know
be 500.
A bro 600 700.
Oh, above 500.
A bro.
Oh sir. A bro bag.
A bro bag.
Above 500 cedis.
Ah, minua.
Hey.
Ebi kura ni ho.
Wow.
Ebi ni ho. Na obenya bi so de agyina mo obo. Oh, enti no wheat brand board din. Oyster shells board din. Enura wo de be fra. Ne board din. Wo de your broiler just for 6 weeks. 6 weeks broiler 6 weeks no. E ka obebo untimi. Untimi. Layer untimi layer de ukipu na ma na tukosua ma wo so anya so mfa so. Ene obi ba beto kosua na adwe ye ne say kosua no ne boarding because 47 cedis even at the farm up to 50 cedis depending on the size. Kosua boy ye say wa bonten. Na kosua no Ansah na akukọ ni betimi adidi na watu kosua no na ka wa bọ no ukosua no kura ntimi ntika no
mobre
enti no enya na ho gono so me ba o wo begina ho no mo ahoahoa wo say the poultry industry no agro wo
he say Mahama time me tie ni akan ya say okra be 700 bags of abura ebia over here be in a region of 850 million 850 million statistica enti se sia no we see here within a region of about 4.2 billion oh. Because anka we be so 850 now no yes by 5 times because 150 as against 600 and something
the same number of birds. Wow. There's say kura no akukọ no amu no krampo no na wo koto ne ketoa no akukọ ba no ne bo ayeden akukọ ba na nke to ne say pesos.
This is serious.
Etino me no I always tell people say omo de omungu so ano mfa propaganda manage economy no exchange rate no egu omo anim ase bakoke ni onfere ade enu ntina won say akwai se obi a otatwa agban onim agban apetition won say ni din ba ko de amfere wase koke chen no koke de onfere wase onfere wuni onfere wose
amfere abusia
onfere wan kasa kra onfere wo wubu koke no ma wumu wo and to lie there koke ni enye na de a edin omonko so na meme de like honorable kan no me ne president Kofo no those times ye campaign 2000 and command ni Ghana for dia ni se hwe wase net wa papa
me kai pa
enya de a edin
yeah
san komo no enya den so ye pipi ni kwa ni se hwe wase mu a wa dwere beba wo ho so se na bawomia mi kodi na chie yi onu amu wadi amia
na odi si amame
bawomia na amu adi amia na onu a wokọ bra wuo so mpafe a na me a sebi ɔno si ɔba abɛboa me nti me deɛ mede bɛyɛ futu ama yɛn nyinaa sesei hɛ Akufo-Addo wodi na temu ani na temu wɔno wabɛwia wo ɔbɔ ne ho ban ɔsa so ɔde ba omi abɛba deɛ me deɛ mɛka kyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ne sɛ
ɔmo kɔ so wia
ɔmo kɔ so awia wo kanofori ata wayɛ twom owie yɛ krampo a yɛyi na die krampo no abufuo nti
yɛnyi na di
dabi yɛyi na di asa ama ne bie
yɛbi yɛasesa ne position yɛnyi na di first one by sa saklet ada sɛsi a ɔno ɔyɛ in charge of
international
na
when has he not been in charge of international
minister
when has he not been in charge of the international
all while he was in charge
so anyway so it's good
okay
Ghana for
but sorry major closing
me di sie no na masaka che Ghana for say beware of the confidence trickster.
Okay, maybe senior Nanabukulis to welcome. Beware of confident tricksters. And confident trickster wa chirase obi won mo utim se ntro no twa no but kasadene mradinti no GDM no wan he amama wa GD ofa K ajoin o say team Tommy concert. You think I'm having okay move the yam ho hanum right I don't want to read there. Okay ofa K o say Basto NDC condemn free education Jomahama free education project Samuel Evans Ota o say list to is right
but mamu so asem
okay
mamu so asem unti Jomahama sa e-blocks no na odebeden nkukogu
Debbie
o se ni padwene wo fam a sometimes
oh that's Jomahama started free day and I'm Mahama started free day and
wo dey fane say Mahama pay free SHS unti dan no osi ayeden wo na wo pay free SHS you told us you were going to build 350 from scratch which one have you built which one has Akufo-Addo built
no I don't dare say nothing because say na nam dey go school no Samuel Evans Otama home message Fabia Rosie I see you Bozet Kwesi I see you Wood Edigi I see you Lawrence Chreme Salma Aminu Dankofa my home message Sanso na Lydia Akram I see your message set Tony Bonsu Opata Bless mo nyina ma join in on Facebook Mr. Obi on Facebook be share mine copy link no na share to a lot of places because I no kray yeken say yan share no kray ntimi ni ntro no so nti as far as say what join you on Facebook there that is adwuma no no ye na ntimi sraw say won share ya share mine afi won so won join you on Facebook Accra 100.5 FM ebia na wo tie kra traditional radio and fa phone na bra Accra 100.5 FM na share mine na enko anim ni boy Jefferson mahu message Samuel Kofi Maria Adam Andy Moles Samson Sleeping and a lot of others amunyina ma join in na mesraw ye bon komi ansa na honorable ashame ba me catch now say asase de hu hia wa hu ukote se nkrofo bi kwenkankan so new free krom ha ne new free krom ha obetu bi say ai anaka dan ya daka anka meswa bai no kura ne se edan de hu hia wan krampa ya de ba ko a agye sika enti no etwa se ope ba bi de otitu ba benya agye se unya asase 7 steps building construction and real estate enti na menam nia ehia ne so benya 30% down payment 30% down payment hanji chemu adu asape na nem de ne se wom san expert in building POP ceiling design molding tiles pavement tiles roofing ne ceiling enti edan ne de unya asase ne wi aje wom kura betima boa na wasenesi dodo wa onwa yikuma ubenya asase ni bitema afienya dowenya kaswa akraman potsin yofanko papa se danchira domi abra millennium city akuti junction ana adawukwa afi nkranso new botiano domi fase kofikui oyarefa ajenkotoku yekokuma senso asante bekwai kokobi asokwa donyina ejiso ahodwi ava no de ahodwi de mentida asantukuro be no ahodwi okay Buankra hey Buankra inland port hey grow ada Buankra inland port okay be be so dia so or say or the 24 month be see la general hospital yowa aputuja
na 24 months how many years
say no free so that 2 years 4 months also
and they are called 2026
honorable mamenya last one we na bram Aya Herba Industries Aya Herbal Industries eba nura omdo mo ya de papa na dem den say o ma hwe obia ne haw ana o ma ye nuru na asrot tinidi kam wo aya mango na o ti aya mango no a say kira wo say ema mo jedi afurusane ewo mu afei nso no emema watenka na basoro pa pabaguro no obehunu so o ti ase enti hwehwe na kiri kwan aya fem nso boa ema ebu onsa eni mo ya ne ekeka ho no unya bia ebeboa pa afei nso no sebi wawutwa no eboa esiesie to how bia eyi free honomo afei aya men flow no eboa ama wona wo prostate how ni nyina esiesie afei nso no eyade a niema ehu hia ye toxins a emwa nipa kwa no ni nyina eyi ni nyina free ho na afei nso aya men vital eboa ama sebi sperm mobility no ate kosoro obuo mo so mo low sperm kan ne nka ma ne hu ba mesro ne nyina yade unya ayaman verta na bo a betima bo apa na ne krakra no aya slim edi no kra kire ne ho ase obuo no ma sabi battle with overweight unya dre bi betima bo na boost to metabolism na fe so ate so krakra betima ma muscle growth nso obetimi ahwe ma chiri kwan a na obetimi afrom 0508758701 and 0533836 Obi awa joining on Facebook bia share my honorable the boys in your court.
My court is the ball. The boys in my court and my court. Okay, you open Midawa say what's a man akwanye. We're talking about education. We're talking about agriculture.
Yeah, we
can also go to health.
Yes,
and then we look at the development.
That's right.
In there,
and interestingly, Manti be about unemployment. Until I don't know, Ayana.
Yeah,
interestingly,
yes,
Manti be about unemployment. Yes.
Near a woman, say, o mamba etu aba amobi. Say, woo, and papa na presidenta. Na uwe juma bia ese sew ya nkoda kra omoye madwa guye yem kra no udwu omu senia omu be wiase a ombetumi abobra amoman no akonenim. Now omampenyin de wakasa afa education enu na menua list we ekasa se MPP eni na nado aba omuye what no na nado ankasa na aba. They are confidence tricksters. Omudi free SHS yen as on mine. Now let us look at the chain of education yewo Ghana. Minia say uba or statia. Baby government enter share be ba say kra na mahama time or person canning in abum. You start with crèche. That is number 1. Then you move to nursery. That is number 2. Then you move to KG. That is number 3. Then you move to primary. That's lower and upper primary. That is number 4. Then you move to JHS, junior high school. That is number 5. Then you move to SHS. That is number 6. Then you move to what? Training, nursing and training and polytechnics. Let's give them all.
Technical universities.
Yeah. Number 7.
Number 7.
Then you move to what?
The technical
universities. Yes. No. Yeah. Because
yeah.
Then we talk about the university itself. Let me put it that way. Yeah. On my value chain, me were 9. These different educational stages. You were 9. And no man penny be back. Say oba bedio minuso. And now wafa baku pe. And no 2D say free SHS. Inti nyaka ni nyinanu waja to ho 9 out of 9 were yi baku. Inti 8 no. Omampenyi a oya ban no. Wa investi into it. Nya obeka kire minua se bi kafra oya pan wine tapa and na dream of from say oh unti school fees bill oh free SHS oh unti say my yard. But you are insulting the educated ones who knows very well that you are doubling into what? Intellectual dishonesty. You are insulting them. And no na do ni MPP for binumaye. Especially one of Mutiomabem. Oh, Fresh, oh, Chiasikabium. Now, did you think about those in the primary schools? Syllabus, yeah. Textbooks, no. Or my printer, all schools. No. They didn't do it. Now, let us look at the past. Can say free SHS in a gradual term.
Progressive.
Progressively. You remember attempts for this. Schools Muhammad came again with what? E-blocks.
3-day school.
So you move and Muhammad is a thinking a futuristic government.
Touching all areas.
Touching all areas.
Thinking outside the box.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
Yen you know me person come in your power tapano. On tie me. Enye near onim na osi onim. That's intellectual dishonesty. Then he moved from this place and get to the level of universities. And our building UHAS. And I call Eastern region.
You know, you honey
yes.
Yeah.
And I move to Eastern region. The university that should tackle agriculture.
Yeah.
And then we move to Brona Hafo region, Sunyani. The education, yes.
A new university of
the energy, yes, to tackle that. Look at this. How can you compare a government that is only focused on SHS to a government that is tackling all the educational value chain? And we've invested into it. We have invested into it. Sometimes when I speak, then my heart. Look at this.
Send your honorable which Nana list to which at least Obi Tifia, even though ABNDC as a former member of parliament. Sebi Tafache, and I junior Juman
yes,
as what so I say, you know, as a nationalistic person. But sometimes any of the free SHS agenda tour, and then this is so quiet, not back to what you fear about you say. But with this kind of explanation,
yes, because we have 9 stages.
Exactly.
And the government has tackled 8 stages. And the government came and tackled only one. Free SHS in Kwana Eko. It was Ghana. And then they spend oil money, 2 billion Ghana cedis a year. Yambo Humbusia. Now, if we take oil money for 2 billion Ghana cedis a year, why should students hold place that they are hungry?
Doesn't make sense.
Why should students hold place that they are hungry? Once every day, as we are speaking, the drills are drilling oil. Why should SHS students be hungry?
And you're not saying that create for better demonstration.
Yes. MPP people are the real meaning for create, loot, and share. The contract of supplying food to senior high school to their cronies. That is what they have done. Into Obia said the Kafra Obia Otiemi. How can a bind beer or bar? The only focus is SHS. Every year, Juma Papache, Obia Wasi, kindergarten, Obia Wasi, primary, Obia Wasi, E-blocks, Obia Wa changing polytechnics into technical university, Obia Wasi universities. At the same time, he is talking about free SHS in what? Your word again, Muhammad. Progressively. Where they have tackled about 10,000 students. One of them say, don't pay. And the E-blocks, yes, see, no send ya and Kodano Krano, Oben Nantiako school to say JHS are untriaka. And many Ghanaians could not get this. Now go to the health sector. The same government we are talking about, Nashene, Nanado, Eka, Efa health sector. When you go to health sector, the value chain too is there. The cheap compounds, like I said, Mahama, Ajini ministers, Musika, Wakati say, Odibesi cheap compound. That is the basic. The cheap compounds, then he moves to the what? district hospitals and polyclinics. You see, then from there we get to the regional hospitals. A typical example is the Ridge and other areas. You go to Ashanti Ridge, I think they mentioned Kumewu and what the hospitals. Yes, we crown another numa jaya to say Empro. Say Empro. And then they move from that place. We look at the what? Specialist hospital. The University of Ghana Medical Center. Now, ask MPP people to show us what they have done with our money. La General Hospital cry bubu ayare for da ho o ma twa o ma free say o mumbesi nko enche ebesi dynamum. I was in parliament before the first agreement was signed. Loan approval. Me free parliament, I'm in my 4th year. Nothing is going on. In the Ghana for Martin another was some my 2 years, 4 months. Also, how many months? Is it 28?
Yes, so 2 years, 4 months.
So 2 years, 4 months. Ghana for Martin.
Na General Kromu.
Ghana for Martin and another
hospital here. If you knew
to
build a hospital, why you? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Hospital when you're ready. What we work for?
What we do?
Ebusuan fiesi ho.
Etiefo.
O si o. Mami nyu ebusuan fie ni ngu. Ni sense foforo. Wudwiri go ya anwe ne se.
We do over $200 million.
Mania go to trade fair. And see, Assassin, Omubu dan no match assassin. I just say no more assassin no match alpha. No one can develop an idea. So you look at this, then you ask yourself, Nanado Abeboy a car, Nanado, upon your several years of being a political activist, your performance is very abysmal, very shameful performance. You have squandered our money. Actually, say free SHS spend now be ya. Minya, senga 1 year. Look, count the number of years. Count the number of years. Say 7 years. Yeah. So 2 times 7, inka 14 billion. That is only for the free SHS. But in Koda Nyedua need. These are some of the things that we are talking about. Now, in there, Nanado has been very disingenuous, and he has not been fair to Ghanaians. O say why you mfum so ni nyina tum mfum so ben wambo
at one point no beji tum NSF
no me see
so enye se waja tum
mfum so ben na waja tu say wa bo free say why enti kan enye suso economy no nkoye nu. That is why the statistics for the say na anu ya no na list wa ka say udi ni paper nkasa ma no so ka tell the first paragraph on to intro just say na anu ya na statistical department for ka say Abambi Obeba in the next government, you should be thinking about 1.3 million unemployed youth. 1.3 million unemployed youth that you have to employ. But you have taken over 480 million money loans, and then 830 billion Ghana cedis. Any tax revenue unyaye. Your Excellency Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you are a shame. You are a very disappointing government I have ever seen, even though I'm not older than you. A champo kran nekra sebi kafra. Min kai a man for ya. A champo kran ye bonu din say the operation feed yourself by. Me pa choma mi si within 1 minute.
Na me mamu 2 minutes. Ni fa de na pref.
Me family there. Planting for food and job. And no mean you. The government doesn't have any policy. And nothing the minister can privatize our money or fire project any money home because there is no policy. But all in all, this is what 24-hour economy is coming to cure. That we take a policy statement through the people, we solicit idea. Meanwhile, once I was young, out here. Kumasi Edum, and you want to move round logs. Exported through Takradi Harbor, Ediko Abrochre. In the more round logs, we don't have it. In the airport, Danke says, now you be Ndadia, and yes, sir, that should tell you that you are becoming lazy in your own environment. Okay. That we can grow everything.
Mama corner now for 2 minutes now infancy.
Yo, say me 2 minutes no. Me de ba ko be menu abada na Samoa.
Okay.
Ne ho adwuma. Na dina ye obi a we all have gone on a prayer tower before. And sometimes no na oye ne me bia na me de mani to na hwe no because she has really changed. But oyonko boni ne se obrapa. What must see? Free say dina Samoa de ne ho bo akufo ado no no. Nneoma wo ye nyina ye se bi oba beifo bi a ase ohun ne ho ano na opese o cheti ni pa bi keke se nene nansa kosiada no na sofo bi ye frɛ no El Bernard eche eye kwasi Edward kwasi Boatin eka mehu se yeso akoka se onfa ka ni nkoye Uber na Edward akwasi Boatin pass resre sebi imprediasa wo enye bi amano na wo dan na ene na sebi
enye politics
ene na wasebie
Accra
ene wasebi mpono krampo no eden oti ase obi a wabɔ ne bra na nneoma bi na sebi o
ahwe se de so
a book off ena akoba ne saa oma ho mesre wade na waba ho mpokura na sesebi we are in the ministry together na menua bema aba me ho kura
mpo na nke se oboa no
na wa anya bi ama no sofu bi anya bi na nam se onfa nkoye Uber na wo na mo ahwe dan na ho wan o se senko etwu Uber
ofafa ni sina fa last minute no so de
mesre sa ka se fi ka satan tan ni sa jimi kasa no ayonkopa a obetufo ama wo asua Ansah le ja Jimmy no dan na ja Jimmy no me nua no no o kenti
ofa beda se
me di besi
ya na bi ofa kasa wi na bi so o kasa the last minute bi
I on a na sem na pesa
kwa me beto ade de abrai na yenta ade kakra na me ka chem ska chede promo no so de but mesra mo nyakopon ya dum second match ehun ya pa se ye nyina ye bakoja ye bra penin Kwabena Bobie Ansah
nyame ya dum echina
yes
ye bebu ya ketem
okay mo ko ochina
nyame ya dum na ye be stress nipadom na eja omoni yedidi nkomo no obia amra ne emeboa na sebi de ade ato na ninyo no na eyie na ba akofo nso ensa enso nyame ni kata ena de esa yakura ne se baby a identify na afabone asembi edi bone na oledi sene na oni etie no ama sese no ohwe mi anansen SMS wati kakra asem ne ya
Accra FM
aboa kakape na aka yen pompom nti mesre se momi nyina yen susom ensuso ye humu abia na nyame ya adoma memenda ebe ye kwa akoye na wotweda no friwa na fe amani boy busuafo de besumai no ye ba behwe ne yakama Ghana fo nyina ati ye tun se fro bibia including your tamfo nyina sebi unya yi a ye nko ho ntokwa obi okra o se me pese me konsu Bobie enye madam funu no da bi everyone is welcome. All are cordially invited, and so Obi Amra. Yeah. I had my meme in there, yeah. Na unu ze Kwabena so opeyi ko enti mu enkoja no ono anko beba
nkoja nkoja enti nyina ye mo na nkoja enti no na otwe a di animu e memene da match busum de to so yenu ana dwumade ne ba so ewo Tunsum Palace okay Tunsum Palace enti hono ye mampon okay timi jise na ovada na manfa number bia ntuja e bia no bi ho person wo ba ni se ne ba no
I think say we are in the public already, so
say bia of course we are, but they always first time bloggers
obi ni a contactor on contact your Facebook ye ne be kasa
okay nti Kwabena bo bia answer nyesa
na say we are say hu on say contact me ana
right
a day robbery
when should they fetch me? I think 2 weeks ago na me say
it's about okay
let me tell you 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
say at gunpoint you attack wa joka
imagine na near wire no one any baby ohye
brand new car
brand new tear rubber but the wire no enkwa ehia che bibia
enkwa ne hia
da bia me kasa asemo ya
say me kai adwuruga so me ntimi nyusu biem
eya na me take pride in the nyame aye me pen
no kre
enioma bi nye me hu sa
enkwa ne hia I take solace in it na say the man here me carry the adwuruga o inji bibia papa
nyame beye
amen
nyame beye wani na obun se wo nyame be mo asre
amen
ye hia ne so obenya ne mugidi asa
amen
die ade hia pe ene so obenya nyame ne mugidi pe
asa me no mugidi ntia be fa
wo ha nyame be mo asre kura wa bra wani na so
amen
why
okay nti ye beda na napo police to we ase ne ada onobo ashaman so ase entwande kakra ye ba dinkra.
Hello there. Mumford Institute of Technology, in collaboration with Anan Technologies, is offering 2-year diploma and 4-year engineering and technology degree courses. Mumford Institute of Technology is accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) and affiliated by Regional Maritime University. 10% of the next graduating class who obtain their bachelor degree from Mumford Institute of Technology will be offered employment. That's some good news there. Some of the engineering and technology courses offered by Mumford Institute of Technology and Anan Technologies are electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, information technology, computer engineering, construction management, among others. You can locate us at Adenta Barrier, Accra, on the Ebri Road, near GeoWax, or log on to our website, www.mit.edu.gh, or email us anan@mit.edu.gh or anankm41@yahoo.com. You can also call us on 0243 06 8713 or 0531 366 247. Mumford Institute of Technology, the best. Hello there. Mumford Institute of Technology, in collaboration with Anan Technologies, is offering 2-year diploma and 4-year engineering and technology degree courses. Mumford Institute of Technology is accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) and affiliated by Regional Maritime University. 10% of the next graduating class who obtain their bachelor degree from Mumford Institute of Technology will be offered employment. That's some good news there. Some of the engineering and technology courses offered by Mumford Institute of Technology and Anan Technologies are electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, information technology, computer engineering, construction management, among others. You can locate us at Adenta Barrier, Accra, on the Ebri Road, near GeoWax, or log on to our website, www.mit.edu.gh, or email us anan@mit.edu.gh or anankm41@yahoo.com. You can also call us on 0243 06 8713 or 0531 366 247. Mumford Institute of Technology, the best.
Dude, what are you watching? It's holidays.
Must I teach you everything? The OMG moments from documentaries and reality shows are still available for pay. The drama on the amazing local shows is off the hook, so the whole family can still enjoy. Don't get me started on the Premier League, UEFA Europa League, Serie A, FA Cup, and the WWE action for me and you. There's even fun learning stuff to keep the kids entertained.
To the living room.
This Easter, the joy never stops, so stay connected to entertainment anywhere with GoTV Stream or enjoy it at home. GoTV. Love it.
The incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, flag bearer